When 10 power 100 is divided by 7, the remainder is, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this, a nice little freebie. 10 divided by 7, remainder is 3. So this is nothing but 3 power 100 divided by 7. 3 power 1 leaves remainder 3. 3 square is 9, 2. 3 cube is 6, which is minus 1. 3 power 6 will be plus 1. 3 power 4 is 12, which is, so 3 power 12 is 18, which is 4. 3 power 5 is 12, which is 5. 3 power 6 is 15, which is 1. All I am doing is taking the previous remainder, multiplying by 3, coming to here. 3 into 3, 9. 9 by 7, remainder is 2. 2 into 3, 6. 6 is just 6. 6 into 3, 18. 18 is 4. 4 into 3, 12. 12 is 5. 5 into 3, 15. 15 is 1. So 3 power 6, remainder is 1. 10 power 100 is nothing but 3 power 100. So any multiple of 6, 3 power 6 whole power 16. 9 to 6 is 1. So I can reframe this as 3 power 6 whole power 16 into 3 power 4. 3 power 4, remainder is 4. Mark this, go. Do this rapidly. You could look at this question, gobble it up, and go to the next one. Two places A and B are 45 kilometers apart and connected by a straight line. Anil goes from A to B, but Sunil goes from B to A. A to B, Anil and Sunil. Starting at the same time, they cross each other in exactly 1 hour 30 minutes. After 1 hour 30 minutes, they cross each other. So after 1 hour 30 minutes, they meet somewhere here. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. If Anil reaches B exactly 1 hour 15 minutes after Sunil reaches A. So Sunil reaches A in say T minutes. Anil reaches B T plus 75 minutes. 1 hour 15 minutes is 75 minutes. So 90 minutes to reach that point, and then Sunil takes T minutes to reach. Anil takes T plus 75. My diagram is a little bit off because I think they should have met closer to A. It doesn't matter. None of these things really matter. So now what are we doing? So 90 by T is T plus 75 by 90. Why? Distance traveled with the same, ratio of speeds should be same, ratio of time taken should be same. And so 90 for equal distances, not if it's the same, for equal distances, 90 by T should be T plus 75 by 90. So for instance, if your friend and you travel for 100 kilometers, the ratio of your time taken is 2:3. If you travel 200 kilometers, ratio of time taken will be 2:3. If you travel 2000 kilometers, ratio of time taken will be 2:3. For any one unit of distance, if the ratio of time taken is given, any other equal distance, as long as both of you are traveling equal distance, time taken will be the same ratio. So 90 into 90 is T plus 75 into T. So T square plus 75T minus 90 into 90 is 0. We've got to factorize this 90 into 90, lots of 9s. So we need to figure out a way to break this to get ton of 9s. 90 into 15, no, doesn't work. 120 into 45, will it work? No, that doesn't work. Ooh, we need to factorize 90 into 90, break this such that there are two zeros sitting there. 90 into 15, 120 into 45, no, 135 into 60, that will work. T square plus 135T minus 60T plus 90 into 90 equal to 0. T into T plus 135 minus 60 into T plus 135. I don't need to do all this. T is 60. This takes 60 minutes. This flow takes 6 plus 60 plus 75, 135. 90 by 60 is 1.5. 135 by 90 is 1.5. This works really well. Speed of Anil in kilometers per hour. Anil totally takes 60 plus 135. 135 is 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is 1 hour. So 3 hours and 15 minutes. 1 by 4 hours he takes. The distance traveled is 45 kilometers. Anil's speed is 45 by 3, 1 by 4. 135 minutes is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Plus 90 minutes, sorry, 3 by 4. 90 minutes plus 2 hours 15 minutes. So 3 hours and 45 minutes, 3 by 4. 3 into 4 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15. So this is 45 by 15 by 4. 3 into 4, 12 kilometers per hour. Nice question. Similar idea. Two people meet and then go and reach their respective destinations. All good. We've done questions in similar templates. But interestingly, they've given us this time and one other times we need to find we've been given the difference between these two time taken. Find the time and then go on to everything else after that. Consider two sets A 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and B 1, 8, 27. Let f be a function from A to B. So A is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. B is 1, 8, 27. We're defining a function from A to B and every element here has to be mapped and every element here must have a unique image. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, all of them need to be mapped. I cannot have 11 such that f of 11 is not anything. And I cannot have a mapping such that f of 11 could be 1 or 8, then it's not a function. Such that for every element in B, there is at least one element in A such that f of A is equal to B. What does it mean? That is, 1 is mapped on from at least one of these 6. 8 is mapped on from at least one of these 6. 27 is mapped on from at least one of these 6. In other words, all elements in the codomain are part of the range. Very roundabout way of saying, hey, from set A to set B, how many onto functions exist? Let's do it very simply. Let's think about how many functions exist. For 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, each of them. For 2, there are 3 options. 1, 8, 27. 3, there are 3 options. 5, there are 3 options, etc., etc., etc. So total number of functions is 3 power 6. That many different functions can be defined from this set to this set. I want to think about how many of these are not onto. They're not onto. Then these elements should be mapped onto some of these elements, but not all of these elements. So these can be mapped onto exactly one element here, exactly 2 elements here, but not all 3. Exactly 0 elements is ruled out because all of these have to be mapped on. So exactly 1, exactly 2, subtract that from 3 power 6, we are through. Map to exactly 1 is very easy. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. All of them map to 1. All of them map to 8. All of them map to 27. So exactly 1. There are 3 functions. F of 2, f of 3, f of 5, f of 7, f of 11, f of 13 are all equal to 1, are all equal to 8, are all equal to 27. Nice. 3 different functions. Now comes the trickier part. They are not mapped to exactly 1, but they are mapped to exactly 2. So we have a function which is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. This side is 1, 8, 27. I want to think about all functions that are mapped to only 1 and 8. 8 and 27, 1 and 27, that into 3. Right? So for the time being, I'm going to say, hey, this doesn't exist. How many such functions are there? So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, all of them could be mapped to 1 or 8. Each of them has 2 choices. So 2 power 6 different functions can be defined. Which is interesting. 2 power 6 is 64. 64 different functions can be defined, which is all fun. But not all 64 are mapped to 2 elements, because sitting inside the 64 will be the one function where everything is mapped to 1. And one more where everything is mapped to 8. We've already counted that. So we won't have 2 power 6 functions mapped to exactly 2 elements, exactly 1 and 8. We'll have 2 power 6 minus 2. Why minus 2? Because this 2 has already been counted as a number of functions mapped to only one element. We're thinking about exactly 2 elements, not a maximum of 2 elements. So 1 and 8 mapped to that is 2 power 6 minus 2. Now we are done. 2 power 6 minus 2. Total number of functions mapped to exactly 2. 2 power 6 is 64. 64 minus 2 is 62. Is 62 into 3. Why into 3? 1 and 8. 8 and 27. 1 and 27. 62 into 3 is 186. Exactly 1 is 3. So 189. From 3 power 6, which is 729 total function, we subtract this 189 and get the number of functions that are onto functions, which is 540. Beautiful question. The other way of doing this is slightly more roundabout. You have to think about 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. 6 elements mapped to 3 things. So it could be 1, 1, 4 in 3 different orders. 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Pin. Better to do it as number of functions minus number of functions that are not on. Right? The sum of all 4-digit numbers that can be formed with a distinct non-zero digits A, B, C, and D. When I was doing this exam, I forgot. I didn't read distinct. There's something funny here, and came back and had a crack. With each digit appearing exactly once in every number is 153310 plus n, where n is a single digit natural number. Then the value of a plus b plus c plus d plus n is what? And so a, b, c, d, total number of numbers is 24, 4-digit numbers. So we'll have a, b, c, d, a, d, b, c, c, b, d, a, etc., etc., etc. How many numbers are there? 24 numbers are there. How do we know 24? 4 factorial. And if I add all of these digits, we'll have a, b, c, d, each appearing exactly, not 4 times, exactly 6 times. So 4 into 6 is 24. 4 digits a, b, c, and d, totally 24 numbers. You know I'm pointing 4. Each digit appears exactly 6. So sum of all of this is going to be a plus b plus c plus d into 6. The same total will be there in the tens place, hundreds place, and thousands place. Or the sum of all these numbers is going to be a plus b plus c plus d into 6 into 1111. Why 1111? Where did 1111 come from? In units place, tens place, hundredths place, and thousands place. A plus b plus c plus d into 6 times 1 in units place times 10 times 100 times 1000. This number is equal to 153310 plus n. So what do you do? You take this 153310 divided by 1111. It's brilliantly easy and very doable if you have a calculator. Pain in the neck, a little bit if you don't have a calculator. So therefore, we'll do it by the more elaborate method. Remember, the answer has to be a multiple of 1111. It's 1 times 1111, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 1, 4, 4, 4, 4 doesn't go, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 11 minus 3 is 8, 10 minus 3 is 7, 11 minus 3 is 8, again 11 minus 3 is 8, sorry, 6, 7, yeah, and 11 minus 3 is 8. Yep, 888, and then we bring in a 0. 8888 is a multiple. This. So, hypothetically, if I put an 8 here, this will be 8888. That will work out quite beautifully if this were 8. If this were 8 instead of 0. 153318 is 1111 into 138. Plus 8, and this works, or n should be 8. A plus b plus c plus d into 6 is 138, or a plus b plus c plus d is 138 by 6, 23. We want a plus b plus c plus d plus n, 23 plus 8, 31. I paused a little bit, and again I had to worry about the fact that look, there could be more than one n possible because I had not really noticed a single digit natural number. That worked out quite beautifully. It's a single digit natural number, only 8. And so a plus b plus c plus d is 23 plus 8, and that should be 31. ABCD is a rectangle with sides AB is equal to 56 and BC equal to 45. Let's do this. (56, 45) is the midpoint of CD. 28, 28. Then the length in centimeters of the radius of the inner circle of ADE. The right angle triangle in radius. is a plus b minus h by 2. We find the hypotenuse, we're through. The question is strongly suggesting, very strongly suggesting, that the hypotenuse is a nice integer. This is not 56, this is 45. Pardon my mistake, it should be 45. 45 square is 2025. 28 square is 784. And these two, 9018, 2809. 2809 is 53 square. This should be 53. Or in radius is 45 plus 28 minus 53 by 2. I did not know this Pythagorean triplet before the exam. Now I do. So 45 plus 28 minus 53. 45 minus 53 is minus 8. 28 minus 8 is 20. 20 by 2, 10. In radius is 10. A fruit seller has a total of 187 fruits consisting of apples, mangoes and oranges. The number of apples and mangoes are in the ratio of 5:2. 5x, 2x and y, adding up to 187. She sells 75 apples, 26 mangoes. So this is apples, mangoes and oranges. And half of the oranges, I don't want to have y, I'll put it to y, it sells y. The ratio of the number of unsold apples to the number of unsold oranges. Unsold apples is 5x minus 75. Unsold oranges is y. 5x minus 75 is to y is 3:2. This is 3:2. Or 10x minus 150 is equal to 3y. 10x minus 3y is equal to 150. Which is nice. The other equation is 7x plus 2y equals 187. We can look to remove y. I think if you remove x, remove y. If you kick out y, we'll find x. Once we find x, we can find everything else. And so multiply this by 2, multiply this by 3. So 20x minus 6y is 300. 21x plus 6y. 187 into 3. Oh, that's a pain. 188 into 3 is 540. 561. Add these two. 41x equals 861. So let's worry. 41x is 861. I was a little concerned. That look, 861 doesn't seem to be like a nice number. 861 by 41 goes 2 times 82. Brilliant. Or x is 21. We know that 7x plus 2y is 187. 147 plus 2y is 187. 2y is 40, y is 20. We want to find the total number of unsold fruits. X is 41. 41 into, x is 21. 21 into 5 is 105. 42, 40, 82, 187. That works. From this we sell off 20. So from 187 we sell 121. Or the remaining is 66. There are 66 unsold fruits. Or we could have done this and simplify. Either way is fine. 66 unsold fruits. Right now, frame equation, get the linear equation, brute force it, solve it, get x, get y, simplify life after that. If x is a positive real number such that 4 log x to the base 10 plus 4 log x to the base 100 plus 8 log x to the base 1000 is 13. Right, so I want to think of this as 4 log x to the base 10 plus 4 log x to the base 10 by log 100 to the base 10 plus 8 log x to the base 10 by log 1000 to the base 10. Log a to the base b is log a by log b, both to some other base. And so log x to the base 10, log x to the base 10, log x to the base 10. I'm going to call log x to the base 10 as k. This is 4k plus 2k plus 8 by 3k equals 13. What is k? K is log x to the base 10. Nice. So 4k plus 2k is 6k. 6k plus 2/3 of k is 18 by 3k plus 8 by 3k is 13. This is 26k by 3. I'm very happy moment I see 26k by 3 is 13. Because this gives us k is 3 by 2. Log x to the base 10 is 3 by 2. Log x to the base 10 is 3 by 2, or x is 10 power 3 by 2, which is 10 root 10. Which is nice. I was a little surprised. It's a theta question. The question is then the greatest integer not exceeding x. Square root of 10 is 3.16. So this old thing where pi is close to square root of 10. So I multiply this, 10 root 10 is 31.6. Roughly. Greatest integer not exceeding x. Greatest integer less than or equal to x. 31. Renu would take 15 days working 4 hours per day to complete a certain task. Task Renu takes 60 hours. Seema would take 8 hours working 5 hours per day. Seema would take 40 hours to complete this task. So I'm going to define this task as 120k. Then Renu can do 2k per hour. 60 into 2, 120. Seema can do 3k per hour. Whatever this task is, that's 120k. Why 120k? LCM of 60 and 40. Life is simple. Every hour, Renu can do 2k work. Every hour, Seema can do 3k work. 3k units of work. They decide to work together to complete this task. Seema agrees to work for double the number of hours per day as Renu, while Renu agrees to work for double the number of days as Seema. Renu works 2 hours per day. Seema agrees to work double the number of hours per day, 4 hours per day. Seema works for n days, Renu works for 2n days. Then the number of days Seema will work. Oh, nice. Okay, done. So 2 into 2n, which is 4n, 4 into n, 4n. So 4n hours Renu works, 4n hours Seema works, 8n, so 4n into 2k, 8nk is what Renu does, 12nk is what Seema does. Together they finish off 120k. 20nk is 120k. The k gets knocked off. 20n is 120 or n is 6. Seema works for 6 days. Renu works for 12 days. So 6 into 4, 24. 12 into 4, 48. 48 hours. Sorry. 6 into 4, 24 hours of Seema. 2 into 12, 24 hours of Renu can finish this task. Yeah, looks like they can finish this task. Lovely. Then the number of days Seema works is 6. Another question which I'm not very happy with. I didn't get it right. 1 by 8 whole power k into 1 by 32768 whole power 1 by 3 equals 1 by 8 into 1 by 32768 whole power 1 by k. First of all, we need to get this 32768 fellow in shape. 32768 divided by 4. Looks like it's a multiple of 4. 8, 1, 36 is 9, 2. Oh, this I know. Divide by 8. 1, 0, 2, 4. This I know is 2 power 10. 2 cube, 2 square. So 32768. 2 square into 2 cube into 2 power 10 is 2 power 15. Right, now we've got this as 2 power 15. We should be able to simplify this. So 2 power minus 3 whole power k to 2 power minus 15 whole power 1 by 3 equals 2 power minus 3 and 2 power minus 15 whole power 1 by k. Nice. 2 power minus 3k into 2 power minus 5 plus 2 power minus 3 into 2 power minus 15 by k. Minus 3k minus 5 equals minus 3 minus 15 by k. 3k plus 5 equals 3 plus 15 by k. 3k plus 2 is 15 by k. Multiply by k throughout. 3k square plus 2k equals 15. 3k square plus 2k minus 15 equal to 0. We solve for this, figure out what this is, simplify this, we'll finally get k. The question says the sum of all real values of k. This has real solutions, that we know, and once it has real solutions, you plug it in, you'll get the answer. Sum of all real values of k is minus b by a minus 2 by 3. Done. This question, I did this whole damn thing, then came to this equation and marked this neon minus alpha minus 1. So be very careful with the detail, be very careful about pluses, minus and all of that. The surface area of a closed rectangular box which is inscribed inside a sphere is 846 square centimeters and sum of all its edges is 144 centimeters. The volume in cubic centimeters of the sphere is fine. Nice question. Not so nice question. Again, I have issues with this question. I'll come back to those issues. This is a cube. There's a cube that contains this thing. And so, of course, my diagram is not looking nice. There's a cube which is contained inside a sphere. Very interesting. So if you think about it, if I draw each of these rectangles, it's going to be sitting inside some circle that's a cross section of that shape. Right? The sphere idea is if I have a cuboid inside, if I draw that long diagonal, the solid diagonal of this cuboid, that will happen to pass through the center of the sphere. Just like if you draw the diagonal of a rectangle inscribed inside a circle, the diagonal will happen to be a diameter. The diagonal will pass through the center of the circle. Same panda. The solid diagonal of this will pass through the center of the thing. Or quite beautifully, we'll have L square plus b square plus h square under square root is equal to 2r. Twice the radius. So if we find this L square plus b square plus h square, we are through. Pretty much. Right? So the volume is what we need to find. We know our volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we can find that once we find r. Once we know this, we can find r. So how do we find r? Say area is 2lb plus 2bh plus 2lh is 846. Sum of all its edges is 144 centimeters or L plus B plus H. 144. Simplify this, we'll get except this is not the case. When I got knocked off my stride with this, I did this and I just went nowhere and wasted so much time that I missed out on some other question. Sum of all its edges is 144. That means L, 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 B, 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 height, 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 height. So 4L plus 4B plus 4H is 144. L plus B plus H is 36. I felt very betrayed by this question. I was just taken for a ride. I was scorned, was utterly distraught and peeved and unhappy and irritated, all coming together. And so, hey, such is life. We cannot complain. This is what it is. So L plus B plus H is 36, not 144. Square this. We'll have L square plus B square plus H square plus 2LB plus 2BH plus 2LH is 36 square, which is 1296. Subtract one from the other, this will go away completely. L square plus B square plus H square, which is kind of exactly what we want. It's 1296 minus 846. 6 minus 6 is 0, 9 minus 4 is 5. L square plus B square plus H square is 450, which is 2r the whole square, or square root of L square plus B square plus H square is 450 I have an issue here. There's something that's happening that's funny. Okay, let's hang in here. This is equal to 2r is equal to square root of 450. That means r, 2r, 225 into 2, 15 root 2. R is 15 by 2 root 2. 225 into 2 is 450, 225 is 15 square. Nice, we need to do 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume is 4 by 3 into pi into 15 by 2 root 2 whole cube. Let's simplify this. 15 by 2 root 2 is 450, that we know. So let's simplify it like this. 4 by 3 pi separate into 15 by 2 into 15 by 2 into 2 root 2 into 15 by 2. Root 2 whole cube is 2 root 2. 2 2, this goes off. 2 2, this goes off. 15 minus 5. 15 into 15 is 225. 225 into 5 root 2 pi 5 2 5 into 2 10 plus 12 2 1125 root 2 pi. Hopefully that is there among our choices. Pain in the neck. Hey, Philip. A glass is filled with milk. 2/3 of its content is poured out and replaced with water, all milk. So 1/3 milk, 2/3 water. If this process of pouring out 2/3 of the content and replacing with water is repeated 3 more times, so we'll have even less milk, even less milk, even less milk. The final ratio of milk to water in the glass, milk will be very low. At every stage we are retaining milk and bringing in water into the process. So don't track water, track only milk. Water is a 2-step process. We remove milk and water and add water. We remove milk and water and add water. We are not adding milk. At each stage we are removing milk. Whatever milk was here, 1/3 of that will be 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 here. Total milk was 1. After 4 stages, milk will be 1/3 power 4, 1 by 81 of that total. This is milk. 80 by 81 of the total will be water. Or milk is to water in the glass is 1:80. Brilliant. At every stage, 1/3 of the milk is retained. A shop wants to sell a certain quantity of grains. It sells half the quantity and additional 3 kilograms to the first customer. Half of n plus 3. Then it sells half of the remaining quantity of this half plus 3. And finally, it sells half of the remaining quantity and additional 3. To the third customer. After this, there are no grains left. It's a beautiful question. It helps to define this as n, half of n plus 3, half of n minus 3 become 1 by 4. It's a pain. Or define this as 8k, 2 cubed, because half you won't disappear. Or do it from the end. This is half of whatever was remaining plus 3. There are no grains left. Half of total plus 3 is the whole thing. That means this half of total minus 3 is 0, or at this stage there is 6. Half of 6 is 3, 3 plus 3 is given away, this is 0. Half plus 3 giving away 6, this is half minus 3. Half of whatever was there minus 3. Half of whatever was there minus 3 is 6, or half of whatever was there is 9, total is 18. 18, half of 18 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12 goes here, remaining 6 goes here. Half of whatever the total is plus 3 is given away, is sold, minus 3 is here. half of whatever was there minus 3 is 18, or half of the total is 21, or this is 42. Half of 42 is 21, 21 plus 3, 24, 18, half of 9 plus 3, 12, 6, half of 3 plus 3, 6, 0, or the initial quantity in grains is 42. Don't assume variable x makes it trickier. Making it 8x is easier. Going from the end is the best method, simplest, no algebra, no numbers. I mean only numbers, no algebra. Suppose x1, x2, x3 till x100 are in arithmetic progression. So x5 is minus 4, x6 plus 2x9 is x11 plus x13, and x100 equals, this is 2x6 plus 2x9 is 2x12, and x11 plus x13 is 2 times x12. x5 is minus 4, so x6 plus x9 is x12. x5 is minus 4, minus 4 plus d plus minus 4 plus 4d equals minus 4 plus 7d. Fifth term plus d is sixth term, fifth term plus 4d is ninth term, fifth term plus 7d is 12th term. 1 minus 4 disappears, another minus 4 we'll have here, minus 4 equals 7d minus 5d, 2d, d is minus 2. Done. We need to find x100, d is minus 2, x5 is minus 4, x6 is minus 6, x4 is minus 2, x3 is 0, x2 is 2, x4 is 4. 4, 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4, and so on. x100 x100 is x1 plus 99d, 4 plus 99 into minus 2, 4 minus 198 minus 198. Nothing but writing nth term in an AP and brute forcing to find a and b, and then simplifying and finding the answer. Absolute freebie. An amount rupees 10,000 is deposited in a bank for a certain number of years at a simple interest of 8% per annum, 5% per annum. On maturity, the total amount received is deposited in bank B for another 5 years at a simple interest of 6% per annum. The interest received from bank A and bank B are in the ratio 10:30. What do they invest into? Initial principal is 10,000. For some period, for a certain number of years, let's say n years. So, interest from A is 10,000 into n into 5%. Nice. This is deposited in bank B, not this amount, all amount. Interest from B is 10,000 plus 10,000 into n into 5%. The whole thing 5 years for 6% into 5 at 6%. This is the interest that we get from B. So 10,000 into n into 5% is the interest from A, principal, the number of years into rate of interest. We have taken the whole amount, so the amount will be principal plus interest. On that we get simple interest, 5 years at 6%. This ratio is 10:13. The 10,000 will completely disappear. We simplify, solve for n, we should get the answer. And so let's remove the 10,000 completely. N into 5 by 100 is to 1 plus n into 5 by 100 is n by 20 into 5 into 6 by 100. The 100 disappears, the 5 disappears. This is 10:13. N is 2. 1 plus n by 20. into 6. Ten into 6 is 60 into 1 plus n by 20 equals 13n. 60 plus 3n equals 13n. 10n is 60, n is 6. Initially it is put for 6 years. The equation x square plus mx plus 9 equal to 0, x square plus nx plus 17 equal to 0, and x square plus m plus nx plus 35 equal to 0 have a common negative root. Right? Then the value of 2m plus 3n is what? Let that negative root be alpha, or p, not alpha. P square plus mp plus 9 equals p square plus np plus 17. M minus n times p is 8. Nice. Now we're going to equate one of these equations with the other one. So x square plus p square plus mp plus 9 equals p square plus mp plus np plus 35. Np equals minus 26. 9 minus 35 is minus 26. I know I can plug it into this, the same funda, and I'll get Mp 17 minus 35 minus 18. Nice. Np is minus 26, Mp is minus 18. We want to find 2m plus 3n. Lovely. M into P. So P is minus 26 by P. M is minus 18 by P. Give me a second, that we should get something here straight away. A common negative root, we have to find 2m plus 3n. So 2m plus 3n. 2 into m is minus 36 by p minus 78 by p. We need to find p to be able to simplify anything after this. Not yet used the idea that they're equal to 0. X square plus mx plus 9 is equal to 0. X square plus nx plus 17 is equal to 0. X square plus m plus nx plus 35 is equal to 0. M plus n times p substitute that for p. I'm going to come back to this. In the xy plane, the area in square units of the region defined by y greater than or equal to x plus 4 and minus 4 less than or equal to x square plus y square plus 4x minus y less than or equal to 0 is an interesting question. I'm going to put y equal to x plus 4 first. When x is 0, y is 4. When y is 0, x is minus 4. It's a line like this. Cut set 0. Y greater than or equal to x plus 4. The entire region here. Nice. Within this, we'll have to figure out this. This is a circle. X square plus y square plus 4x minus 4y. I'm going to take the middle part of this expression. X square plus y square plus 4x minus 4y, or x plus 2 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square minus 8 less than or equal to 0. Nice. Why I put minus 8 here? Plus 4 minus 8, it disappears completely. Right? Or if I take the minus 8 this side, we'll have minus 8 become plus 8, 4 less than or equal to x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square less than or equal to 8. The circle with center minus 2 comma 2, and this will be radius 2, that will be radius 2 root 2. Right? Very interestingly, this tells us x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square, that circle, radius is greater than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 2 root 2. And so, if I have x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to r square, this is a circle with center minus 2 comma 2, radius r. So, if I put it equal to this, radius will be 2. If I put equal to that, radius will be 2 root 2. Or this shape determines a ring like this. Radius is more than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 2 root 2. Very nice. I'm very happy. I said, look, nice, beautiful. We've done this. So, area of this ring is pi into capital R square minus pi into small r square. 8 pi minus 4 pi, 4 pi. R is 2 root 2, 2 root 2 square is 8. All very happy. But then this thing comes into the picture. Though we don't have just this curve, but some arbitrary line going through like this. My initial thought was that line will not even pass through these two circles completely, somewhere else it is. Life is simple, we are through. The answer will be 4 pi. But I had to check. So what we are going to do is look at this x equal to minus 2, y equal to 2. This point is minus 0 comma minus 4. This point is minus 4 comma 0. We make it very clear, not rush through here. This is 0 comma 4. 2 comma minus 2 comma 2 is the center of the circle. Minus 2 comma 2. Quite beautifully, minus 2 comma 2. I want to know whether it lies above the line or below the line. So I put x is minus 2, y is 2. Or these two circles have this line cutting through them, but right through the center. Or with this as center, I have a circle like this and a circle like this. We want this area, which is not the entire ring, but half the ring. Or this question in geometry terms becomes, have a circle with radius 2, have another circle with radius 2 root 2, have a line passing through their diameter, these two are concentric circles, find this region. Radius is 2, this radius is 2 root 2. The beauty in this question is that line y equal to x plus 4 contains the point minus 2 comma 2, which happens to be the center of both of these circles. Or we are looking at half of that ring, pi into 2 root 2 whole square minus pi into 2 square, which is 4 pi, half of that, 2 pi is the answer. Beautiful question because of the fact that it passes through the center. In September, the incomes of Kamal, Vimal and Amal, Kamal, Amal, Vimal. September, salaries are 8x, 6x and 5x. They rent a house together and Kamal pays 15%, Amal pays 12% and Vimal pays 18% of their respective income. 15% 1.2x, 12% 0.72x, 18% 0.9x. These are the rents. In October, the house rent remains unchanged while their incomes increase by, so October income increases by 10%, 8.8x, by 12% is 6.72x, and 15% is 5.75x. In October, the percentage of their total income that will be paid as house rent is nearest to a pain in the neck. Add these two, add these three, and do the math. 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 7, 14 plus 8, 22, 2, 2, 10, 16, 21, 21.27x. This adds up to 19, 21.27, yeah, seems in the ballpark. 2, 16 plus 2, 18, 8, 1, 2.82x. We have to represent 2.82 by 21.27 as a percentage. More than 10, all my choices are more than 10, not helping. Right? These choices are so damn close. I'm using a calculator from here on in. I have a calculator, so I'm not going to long divide this and get myself into trouble. It should be one of these three. If I have to, I think I've seen the answer, so it'd be cheating if I guessed from here on. So I know the answer. So just divide this and we'll find the answer. The selling price of a product is fixed to ensure 40% profit. So if cost price were X, selling price would be 1.4x. The product had cost 40% less. So new cost price is 0.6x and had been sold for 5 rupees less, 1.4x minus 5. Then the resulting profit would have been 50%. 50% profit margin. So 0.6x into 3 by 2 is 1.4x minus 5. 0.9x this is. So 5 equals 1.4x minus 0.9x. Bring the minus 5 this side, 0.9x that side, or 5 equals 0.5x. X is 10. Initially bought at 10, sold at 14. The original selling price in rupees of the product. Freebie. Take it, put it in the bag. For any natural number n, let a n be the largest integer not exceeding root n, greatest integer of x. The value of a1 plus a2 plus a3 till a50. What is a1? a1 is the greatest integer of square root of 1, is 1. a2 is greatest integer of square root of 2, is 1. a3 is greatest integer of square root of 3, which is 1. a4 becomes greatest integer of square root of 4, 2. Done. For the hang of this. And so my turning points are going to be 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. Right? So what do? I say, hey, a1, a2, a3 are all 1. a4, a5, a6 till a8 are all 2. a9, a10, a11 till a15 are all 3. a16, a17 till a24 are all 4, and so on. How many numbers are here? 3 numbers are here. How many are here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 numbers are here. How many are here? 9 to 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7 numbers are here. 9 numbers are here. I'm through. You want A1, A2, A3 till A50. The first 3 numbers are 1. Next 5 numbers are 2. Next 7 numbers are 3. Next 9 numbers are 4. 11 numbers are 5. 13 numbers are 6. What are these 13 numbers? 36 through to 48. Square root of 48 is 6 point something. Greatest integer is 6. So add all of this up. My gut feel is it should be 48. Because 49 and 50 are still remaining. We'll still check. 3 plus 5, 8, 15, 24, 35, 48. Nice. The last 2 numbers are going to be 7. A49 and A50 are going to be 7. We want to add all of these. 1 occurs 3 times. 2 occurs 5 times, 3 occurs 7 times. Add all of this up, find the total, we are through. 3 into 1, 3, 2 into 5, 10, 21, 36, 55, 78, 14. Be careful about the addition part. 3 plus 1, 4, 10, 15, 23, 27, 7, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 20, 21. Nice simple question. The greatest integer function is a beautiful function called a step function or a staircase function. Excellent function. We get some comfort with this. Going to be freebies. The 4 numbers such that the average of the first 2 numbers is 1 more than the first number. The first number is a. Second number is a plus 2. Second number were also a. Then sum of these 2 would be 2a. Average would be a. Average is 1 more. Average is, second number is 2 more than the first number. And average would be a plus 1. The average of the first 3 numbers is 2 more than average of the first 2 numbers. Average of the first 2 numbers is a plus 1. Third number had also been a plus 1. Average would be unchanged. Average is 2 more, bringing 6 more. 6 more than a plus 1. a plus 7. Okay. Average of these two, average is a plus 1. Average of these three, 3a plus 9, average is a plus 3. Average of the first 4 numbers is 3 more than average of the first 3 numbers. First 3 numbers average is a plus 3. I had a plus 3 as the last number. Average would have been a plus 3. It is 3 more over 4 numbers. 3 into 4, 12. Total is 12 more than a plus 3. This number is a plus 50. So this average, a 4a, 2 plus 7, 9, 9 plus 5, 15. 4a plus 24 by 4, a plus 6. This is how the 4 numbers are. Then the difference between the largest and smallest numbers. Nicely done, nice and simple. Let x, y, z be real numbers satisfying 4 times x square plus y square plus z square is equal to a, and 4 times x minus y minus z equal to 3 plus a. So, interesting question, super challenging, pain in the neck. Right? So I'm going to reframe this and say, look, x square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. X minus y minus z equal to 3 plus a by 4. And so a has to be positive. X square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. X minus y minus z is 3 plus a by 4. And so we square this, we'll get some form of this. Bunch of things to note here. We have minus y minus z. I don't want to deal with minus y minus z. I'm going to call this as plus y plus z. I'm squaring it. If y equal to 3 works, y equal to minus 3 will work. I won't deal with. Think of this as x plus y plus z. I want to be really particular. Call y1 equal to minus y, z1 equal to minus z. Call this x plus y1 plus z1 equals 3 plus a by 4. Anything I solve for these two is same as solving for these two. It doesn't matter. And so if the square is involved, so if you have to frame an inequality and say, hey, I manipulate this and I get this. We're not going to be able to solve for x, y, z. We're going to get a range of values for a, and then hopefully only one integer value will fit one of these or something like that. So we know that x square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. So we'll have to figure out a mechanism to know which of these could be a. The question seems to suggest that there's only one value of a, something to keep in mind. Right? So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, hey, x plus y plus z whole square is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. We also know that x square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. How do we know this? Very interesting. X square plus y square plus z square. Y is equal to xy plus yz plus zx. I'm going to have to crack this and say, hey, x minus y whole square greater than or equal to 0, or x square plus y square greater than or equal to 2xy. X square plus y square minus 2xy is greater than or equal to 0. X square plus y square greater than or equal to 2xy. Y square plus z square greater than or equal to 2yz. Z square plus x square greater than or equal to 2zx. Add these three, add those three. 2 times x square plus y square plus z square greater than or equal to 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Or x square plus y square plus z square greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. That we know. So I'm going to say, hey, nice, interesting. So let's check this out, remove this, and come back to our question. We know that inequality. We're looking to frame some inequality and link x plus y plus z and x square plus y square plus z square. So this is greater than or equal to this by 2. So the other way of framing this, say, hey, x plus y plus z the whole square is less than or equal to 3 times x square plus y square plus z square. X square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. 2 times x square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. So plug this here, this is less than or equal to this. Something going here. So I can frame an inequality between these two. X plus y plus z the whole square, which I said x minus y minus z doesn't matter. The plus minus thing takes care of itself. 3 plus a by 4 whole square is less than or equal to 3 times a by 4. X square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. So 3 plus a by 4 whole square less than or equal to 3 times a by 4. 1 4 will get cancelled. 3 plus a the whole square less than or equal to 4 into 3a. 1 4 will get cancelled with this 4, the other 4 will go there. Fine. Or a square plus 6a plus 9 less than or equal to 12a. Or a square minus 6a plus 9 less than or equal to 0. A minus 3 whole square less than or equal to 0. This is brilliant, super useful. A minus 3 whole square is less than or equal to 0. A minus 3 whole square cannot be negative. This is telling us it cannot be positive. Or the only thing it can be is a minus 3 whole square 0. A is 3, done. Beautiful question, super challenging, best stayed away from. X square plus mx plus n plus 9 equal to 0, x square plus nx plus 17 equal to 0, x square plus m plus nx plus 35 equal to 0 have a common negative root, then the value of 2m plus 3n equal to. I'm going to equate this. Say x square plus mx plus 9 equal to x square plus nx plus 17, x square plus mx plus nx plus 35. For some value of x, that is the common root, this will hold good. Let's say that common root is x equal to p. When x equal to p, this should hold good for the common root. I'm going to take this and say, like, let me put x as p. P square plus mp plus 9 equals p square plus mp plus np plus 35 equal to p square plus np plus 17. Why am I writing it down like this? The mp and p square will disappear, or 9 equals np plus 35. N into p is minus 26. If I equate these two, p square plus np will go. mp plus 35 is 17. mp is minus 18. Brilliant. So what do? We take this and plug into one of our equations. We say that it is equal to 0. X square plus mp plus 9 is equal to 0. X square minus 18 plus 9 equal to 0. X square equal to 9. X is plus or minus 3, or p is plus or minus 3. We know the common negative root, or p equals minus 3. np equals minus 26. mp equals minus 18. P is minus 3, n equals minus 26 by minus 3, 26 by 3. M equals minus 18 by minus 3, 6. We need to find 2m plus 3n. 2m plus 3n, 2 into 6 plus 26 by 3 into 3. 12 plus 26, 38. Not some extraordinarily intuitive question, not something magical with the equation. Just brute force it, find the common root, take the common root, plug it back, find m, and then find 2m plus 3. And I thought there was something to manipulate and figure out. I want to add 2 equations, subtract 1 and all that. None of those worked. Brute force it, find a common root, find m, and then find 2m plus 3. Nothing intuitive or excellent in this. A plus b root n is a positive square root of 29 minus 12 root 5. A and b are integers, n is a natural number. And so, very nice. So a plus b root n is like a classic surd. Oopsie. A square plus b square n plus 2ab root n is 29 minus 12 root 5. Nice, beautiful. So this kind of falls beautifully. This is a part that has a root n. this has a square plus b square n. So you can naturally break this as saying, hey, a square plus b square n is 29. 2ab root n is minus 12 root 5. Put n equal to 5. A into b is minus 6. A and b are integers. So it could be, this side will be a square plus 5b square equals 29. A could be 1, b could be minus 6, it's too large. A could be 6, b could be minus 1. 6 square is too large. Anyway, when you square 6 and minus 1, minus 6 and 1, doesn't matter. A could be 2, b could be 3, b could be minus 3. 3 square is 9, 5 into 5, 5 into 9, 45, not possible. A could be 3, b could be minus 2. 9 plus 20 is 29. That works. And so just trial and error, poking around, nothing more than that. So this is 3 square plus 5 into 2 square is 29. Written it as 3 square and 2 square. It is either minus 3 the whole square plus 5 into 2 square, or 3 square plus 5 into minus 2 the whole square. One of A or B has to be negative. A into B is minus 6. So it's a beautiful, beautiful question. It's a question I got wrong in the exam and then came back and solved it and then got wrong again. I accused the answer key of being wrong. I said they dropped the ball here, and then I sent it to a few people, all of whom got the same answer that I got. I was even more happy. And then I realized all of us had made one beautiful, delicious mistake, right? Which is what I'm going to do now. So this breaks quite beautifully as 3 minus 2 root 5 or minus 3 plus 2 root 5. And plus or minus, one is minus of the other. We could have a scenario where A is 3 and B is minus 2, or A is minus 3 and B is 2. Both of them work. A square plus 5b square would be 29, and we would have a b as minus 6. This number is minus of this number. 3 minus 2 root 5 whole square is 29 minus 12 root 5. Minus 3 plus 2 root 5 the whole square is also 29 minus 12 root 5. Both work, and kind of beautiful. So we do a plus b plus, and we told that it's a we got the positive square root. 3 minus 2 root 5 is negative. 2 root 5 minus 3 is positive. So we ignore this and select this. A is equal to minus 3, b is equal to 2, n is equal to 5. A plus b plus n is minus 3 plus 2 plus 5 is equal to 4. 4 is there as one of our choices. We get very happy, thrilled. I did all this, got this, marks in the bag, checked, re-verified, very happy, except, not the right answer. Everything is right. So far what you have done is right. And this beautiful sentence here is the maximum possible value of. And so just like, I got this, I called the answer, I got right to the final point. And then I told myself, look, there are only one value possible. We are clearly told that it's a positive square root. So only this works, minus 3 plus 2 root 5. So they've made sure, they've tried to make it confusing by using the word maximum possible value here. Except they got that also right, they got that also wrong. Right? So minus 3 plus 2 root 5. We started with the assumption that n has to be 5. N equal to 5 works, but 2 root 5 is just root 20. We can write the same expression as minus 3 plus 1 root 20. A would be minus 3, B would be 1, N would be 20. Adding all this would get 18. That is the right answer, not 4. And I walked into the trap quite beautifully. A beautiful question. In hindsight, a good long time after finishing the exam, after getting it wrong consistently over and over again, I realized that, look, the question had a beautiful catch. I started with this saying that, look, this is the third here, n has to be 5. Not required. We could reframe that not as 12 root 5, but as 6 root 20. So A is minus 3, B is 1, C is n is 20, works, and it works brilliantly. So this question, the maximum possible value of A plus B plus n is 18. More than one value of A plus B plus n is possible. We have to have the width the sense to understand that minus 3 plus 2 root 5 is same as minus 3 plus 1 root 20. I simply did not rearrange this like that. I should have, so should all of you. Beautiful question. It'll be very interesting to see how many people got this one wrong. Beautiful question. If x and y satisfy the equations mod x plus y equal to 15, x plus mod y minus y equal to 20, then x minus y equal to. And so there's a mod x plus x here. X plus mod y minus y equal to 20. Right? We're going to fall back on our old thing. Mod x is x if x is greater than or equal to 0, equal to minus x if x is less than 0. And then x and y both can be positive, x and y both can be negative, one positive, other negative, 4 combos and solve. Right? That's going to be time consuming. So I'm going to do a little bit of a detour here. Right? I'm going to say, let's say mod x were negative, hypothetically. Mod x plus x would be 0, y is 15. Right? Put y is 15 here. Mod y and y will disappear. X has to be 20. But our initial assumption was x has to be negative. So x cannot be negative. If x were negative, then mod x plus x is 0, y is 15, plug y is 15 here, 15 minus 15 is 0, x is 20, that doesn't work. So x equal to negative is ruled out, so x is positive. So this becomes 2x plus y and x plus mod y minus y. What are we going to do here? We'll put, what are we going to do here? We're going to put mod y minus y is sitting here, we're going to put y is positive, then mod y minus y will go to 0, so x is 20. If x is 20, mod x plus x is 40, 40 minus 25 is 15, y has to be minus 25, that doesn't work. So x equal to negative doesn't work, y equal to positive doesn't work. So we know x is positive, y is negative, which is nice because then we can say 2x plus y is 15, x minus 2y equals 20. This we can solve that much easier. Instead of doing 4 combos, we just plug in, verify, and then do only one combo. So multiply this by 2, we have 2x, sorry, not multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2, 4x plus 2y equals 30. Add these two, 5x's is equal to 50. That gives us x is 10. 2x plus y is 15, 20 plus y is 15, y is minus 15. X equal to 10, y equal to, not minus 15, minus 5. This works. 20 minus 5, yes, works. 10 plus 5 minus 5, 20, yeah, both work. X equal to 10, y equal to minus 5 works, and only that works. So what do we need to find? X minus y, 10 minus 5, 15. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD. The sides AD and BC, when extended, intersect at point E. AD and BC when extended. That means AB looks to be longer than CD. I'm going to put AB like this, CD like this. So A, B, C, D, trapezium, something like this. AB is 2 centimeters, CD is 1 centimeter, and perimeter of ABCD is 6 centimeters. And the perimeter, so BC and AD when extended, we extend AD, we extend BC, they meet at E. Right. Perimeter of ABCD is 6 centimeters. So this is x, this is y, then x plus y is equal to 3. Nice. X and y, they need not be equal. This is not an isosceles trapezium. We have not been told it's an isosceles trapezium. Maybe it is, but we can't put there equal. Right? So perimeter in centimeter of triangle AEB. AEB, we need to find the perimeter. Very interesting question. We can say this is 1, this is 2. This is half of this. Triangles DCE and ABE are similar. 2 parallel lines. These 2 angles are equal, these 2 angles are equal, this is common. This is 2, this is 1. Every side of this triangle is half of every side of the bigger triangle. So this is y, this is x, this is y, this should also be x, this should also be y. Using the idea that triangle AEB is similar to triangle DEC. Every side of triangle DEC
is half of corresponding triangle of side AE. So x plus y is 3. We want to find perimeter of triangle AEB. AB is 2. AE is 2x. BE is 2y. X plus y is 3. 2x plus 2y is 6. 6 plus 2, 8. Done. Similar triangles or even midpoint theorem. A fruit seller has a stock of mangoes, bananas and apples. So mangoes, bananas and apples. Quite appropriate for the people writing this exam. It stands for Masters in Business Administration. I didn't notice it the first time I was doing this question. But anyway, let's carry on. At least one fruit of each type. At the beginning of a day, the number of mangoes make up 40% of his stock. So this is 2x. Total is 5x. That day he sells half of the mangoes. So he sells x mangoes, 96 bananas and 40% of the apples. 40% is 2 by 5. I don't want to deal with 0.4. I don't want to deal with 2 by 5. I'm calling this 5y and 2y. Right? At the end of the day, he ends up selling 50% of the fruits. The smallest possible total number of fruits in the stock at the beginning of the day. He's selling 50% of the fruits. Total is 5x. He's selling 2.5x. So x plus 96 plus 2y equals 2.5x, or 2x plus 192 plus 4y is 5x. I'm just multiplying by 2, nothing else. So 192 plus 4y equals 3x. We cannot solve and find values of x and y, but we can, whatever values of x and y satisfy this, will satisfy all our conditions. Right? Especially because this number here is vacant. You have to introduce another variable here, or we'll have to call it 3x minus 5y, because the total is 5x. Right? So now what do we do here? We want to find the smallest possible total number of fruits. So we want to find as small a value for y and x. Then it will work. And if I put y as 1, 196 is not a multiple of 3. Y as 2, 196 doesn't work. 200 doesn't work. 204 is a multiple of 3. So if y were equal to 3, then x would be 204 by 3, which is 68. That's the smallest value x can take. Smallest possible total number of fruits in the stock is 5x. This is 5 into 68, which is 340. And it helps to choose juicy variables, 2x and 5x because 40%, 2y and 5y because 40%. In another world, I would have made this as 4x, 10x and 10x, 5x and 4x, 2x, just to avoid this 2.5, but I had gone too far putting x in. So let's frame this equation and multiply it by 2. So the key part here is to simplify this equation and then say, hey, what is the smallest value of y that I can plonk in to get a nice integer value of x? We know that looking at this, smaller that y is, smaller x will be. Y equal to 3 works, x equal to 168 works. Remember, we cannot have y equal to 0, because if y were 0, this would be 0, and we're saying at least one fruit of each type. This 340 it is. Bina incurs 19% loss when she sells a product at 4860. Cost price is x, selling price is 0.81x, which is 4860, which works 60, which works rather well, because I think 81 into 6 is 486, so x is 6000. Nice. It really helps if we have some numbers plugged in first. To Shyam, who in turn sells this product to Hari. So Shyam sells to Hari. Shyam buys at 4860 and sells at some other point. If Bina would have sold this product to Shyam at the purchase price of Hari, she would have obtained a 17% profit. 17% profit. Purchase price of Hari should be 1.17x. And 17% profit. If she had sold it to Shyam at the purchase price of Hari, whatever price Sham sells it at, should have made a 17% profit. We assume the initial cost price to be X, which we know is 6,000. This should have been 1.17X. Then the profit in rupees made by Sham is buying at 4860 and selling at 1.17X. We know X is whatever 6,000. This is 0.81X. So 1.17X minus 0.8. This is 19%, 17%, 36%. This difference is 0.36X, where X is 6,000. Sham's purchase price is 0.81X. Sham's selling price is 1.17X. Because Bina, if she had sold directly to Hari at this point, or at Hari's price point, Hari's purchase point, if she had sold to Sham, she would have made 17%. Or 36% of X is what we need to find. That's the profit that Sham makes in rupees. X is 6,000. 36% of 6,000. 36 into 6 is 216. 6 cube. We know that. The answer is 2160. All the values of X satisfying the inequality 1 by X plus 5 less than or equal to 1 by 2X minus 3 are. Simplify this. 1 by 2X minus 3 minus of 1 by X plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. LCM, take it, X plus 5 minus 2X plus 3 by 2X minus 3 into X plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. Minus X plus 8 by 2 times X minus 3 by 2 into X plus 5 greater than or equal to 0, or X minus 8 by X minus 3 by 2 into X plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. The turning points are 8, 3 by 2, minus 5. We want to find out where it is less than or equal to 0, because I've swapped this. Just nothing, just bringing everything to one side, taking the LCM, simplifying it, finding the roots. And so if X is greater than 8, all three terms are positive. Here it won't work. Here it will work. Here it will not work. Here it will work. X less than minus 5 and between 3 by 2 and 8. Only point here, we'll have to include 8 in the solution. We should not include 3 by 2 and minus 5 because there's a denominator. Denominator cannot go to 0. Find less than minus 5. This is out between these two, and 3 by 2. Remember, here it is just less than, here it is just less than, here it is less than or equal to, because it can be 8, it cannot be 3 by 2 or minus 5. And very routine question. If you've done inequalities question, you should look at this and say, time consuming but doable. Just sit down, plonk the algebra, get the answer right. A bus starts at 9 a.m. and follows a fixed route every day. One day it travels at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour and reaches its destination 3.5 hours later than its scheduled arrival time. Okay. Next day, a bus starts at 9 a.m. and follows a fixed route every day. One day it travels at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour and reaches its destination 3.5 hours later than its scheduled arrival time. Next day it travels 2/3 of its route and 1/3 of its total scheduled time, and the remaining part at 40 kilometers per hour to reach just on time. The scheduled arrival time of the bus. So assume typically the bus travels 3D in time 3t at a speed of 3D by 3t, which is d by t. Nice, brilliant. Next day, it takes 3t plus 3.5 hours traveling at 60 kilometers per hour to travel the same 3D. On day 3, in another scenario, it travels 2D in just time t, remaining d in 2t time, and this speed is 40 kilometers per hour. Remember, in the third instance, it reaches just on time. So the total time taken is 3t. T here, 2t there. This simplifies life superbly. D by 2t is 40 kilometers per hour. Or d by t is 80 kilometers per hour. Its typical travel speed is 80 kilometers per hour. At 80 kilometers per hour, it takes time 3t. At 60 kilometers per hour, it takes 3.5 hours more. Find the time taken. So 80 into 3t equals 60 into 3t plus 3.5. 4 and 3. 12t equals 9t plus 10.5. Or 3t is 10.5. T is 3.5. It usually takes time 3t, that is 10.5 hours. So what scheduled arrival time of the bus? It starts at 9 a.m. and takes 10.5 hours. 9 a.m., 12 hours is 9 p.m., 10.5 hours, 7:30 p.m. Yes, it's there. Three circles of equal radii touch but not cross each other externally. Two other circles x and y are drawn such that both touch but not cross each of the three previous circles. The radius of x is more than that of y. The ratio of radii of x and y. One nice interesting question. So we have three circles here. 1, 2, 3. Equal radii. And then we find ourselves two more circles that touch each of these circles but not cross. There are two circles. One will be sitting here and another will be growing like this. Goes without saying, my circles don't look like circles. Doesn't matter. We should solve this question. That's all we are interested in. Fine. So x is greater than y. So this circle this I'm going to call circle x. This is circle y. We need to find the ratio of radii of x to y. It seems like going to be x looks like it could be much larger than y. Right? Points to be noted here. This is going to be an equilateral triangle. And then it's a beautiful symmetric diagram. We're going to work with that and simplify everything else after that. And so this is an equilateral triangle, let's say of side A. Right? So this, let's say, has side x. This radius, let's say, has r. Equal radii r, r. Right? A is equal to 2r. A is a side of the equilateral triangle. Right? The center of this circle will be the centroid, circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter, everything of the equilateral triangle. That we know. We have to figure out some way of forming an equation that links x and r. Not x and r, y and r, and then x and r. The small circle has a radius y, large circle has a radius x. Right? Now we need to find some way of linking x and r, y and r. Then we can link x and y. Right? So this is a centroid, incenter, circumcenter, orthocenter, everything. So if I join from here to here, let's say this point is O, bang in the center is O. This is ABC. We're thinking about OB, which is nothing but circumradius of the equilateral triangle, which is A by root 3, which is 2r by root 3. Wonderful. 2r by root 3. This is r, this is the radius. So r plus y is 2r by root 3. Quite wonderfully, we have linked r and y. Beautiful. Now what do? We say, hey, very interesting. Let's build on this. Let's take this, extrapolate this. This is r. 2r plus y is equal to x. From the center, it's going to be the center of the larger circle also. So from here, if we take y, r, r, y plus r is x. It is the larger circle. We got y in terms of r. We'll be able to get x also in terms of r. Equate that and then we are through. And so r plus y is 2r by root 3, or y is 2r. That simply doesn't look like a 2. 2r by root 3 minus r. Right? 2r plus 2r by root 3 minus r is equal to x. Thus r plus 2r by root 3 is equal to x. Y is 2 by root 3 minus 1 times r. X is 2 by root 3 plus 1 times r. We want to find x by y. This is equal to 2 by root 3 plus 1 by 2 by root 3 minus 1. 2 plus root 3 by root 3, 2 minus root 3 by root 3. Multiply and divide by 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3 and 2 plus root 3 is 4 plus 3 plus 4 root 3 by 1. Or the ratio should be 7 plus 4 root 3 is to 1, which is a giant ratio. What that tells us is 7 plus 4 root 3 is 1.7, so 6.8, so 14 is to 1. The larger circle is huge compared to the smaller circle. Do we have that as among our choices? Yes, we have. A company has 40 employees whose names are listed in a certain order. In the year 2022, the average bonus of the first 30 employees was 40,000. The last 30 employees was 60,000. And the first 10 and the last 10 employees together was 50,000. Next year, the average bonus of the first 10 employees increased by 100%. The last 10 employees increased by 200%. And the remaining employees was unchanged. Then the average bonus in rupees of all the 40 employees together in the year 2023 was. Nice, beautiful question. And so now the 40 employees, they all are calculation in terms of counts of 10. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say first 10, second 10, third 10, fourth 10. And so A plus B plus C, groups of 10, 10, 10, 30 people. Sum of all of this, all 10, 10, 10 is 30 into 40,000. Sum B plus C plus D. Sum is going to be last 30 employees is 60K. 30 into 60K. The first 10 and the last 10 was 50,000. This plus this is 20 into 50K. Nice. So again, it's a very nice standard template. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write this down very clearly. I have A plus B plus C is 120K. B plus C plus D is 180K. I'm going to go here. We'll continue with this. A plus B plus D is 180K. B plus C plus D is 180K. A plus D is 100K. Very nice template, very standard template. First 3, last 3, first and last. And so 2 and 3 repeat in the first and second equations. 1 and 3, 1 repeats in first and third, 2 repeats in 2 and third. So if we add everything up, we've got 2A plus 2B plus 2C plus 2D equals 300 plus 400K. Or A plus B plus C plus D is 200K. Brilliant. A plus B plus C is 120K, or D is 80K. Remember, this is the average of the last 10. B plus C plus D is 180K, or A is 20K. These two add up to 100K. All four add up to 200K. B plus C should together add up to 100K, but it could be any combo. It could be 30 and 70, 50 and 50, 40 and 60. We cannot accurately find B and C. That doesn't matter. B plus C together is 100K. So this chunk together is 100K. So 20K plus 100K plus 80K. Add all of this up. Divide by 4. Overall average is 50K. Nice. Now let's think about this. The question doesn't stop with this, not saying what is the average of the first 10 or the last 10 or the middle 20. Right? The question says the average bonus of the first 10 employees increased by 100%. So this goes to 40K. Average of the last 10 employees increased by 20%. Or this goes to 240K. And the remaining employees was unchanged. So this 100K. What put together? 50K plus 50K, 100K totally. And so the sum is 100K, this is 240K, this is 40K. Now what is the overall average of all the 40 employees put together? This plus this plus this divided by 4. But we are making taking a bunch of liberties here, treating this as one variable each, not 10. I don't want to do 10 employees together. First 10, middle 20, last 10. Middle 20 is treated as 10 plus 10. We're taking that liberty. Right? Second up, we're kind of moving from average to total all the time. Right? So we need to be some careful about it in our head, even if the equations don't speak for themselves. Now what is the final answer? 40 plus 100, 140 plus 240, 380 divided by 4. 380,000 divided by 4. The 1000 stays intact, we don't have to worry about it. 380 by 4 is 190 by 2, 95,000. Lovely. If A, B and C are positive real numbers such that A is greater than 10, greater than or equal to B, greater than or equal to C, and log of A plus B to the base 8 by log C to the base 2, plus log of A minus B to the base 27 by log C to the base 3 is 2 by 3. How do we do this? We're going to take this and simplify this. Let's say this is log of A plus B to the base 2 by log 8 to the base 2 by log C to the base 2. This is 3. So this becomes 1 by 3. This part becomes 1/3 of log of A plus B to the base C. Wonderful. Why is it log A plus B to the base C? It is log A plus B by log C, both to the same base, which is nothing but log A plus B to the base C. Why are we doing this? Because we can do the same thing here. This can be written as log of A minus B to the base 3 by log 27 to the base 3 whole log C to the base 3. This is 1/3. Log A minus B to the base 3 by log C to the base 3 is log A minus B to the base C. This whole thing is 2/3, which is nice and useful because there's a 1/3 here that will completely get cancelled out. Log A plus B to the base C plus log A minus B to the base C is log A square minus B square to the base C, which is 2. Brilliant. A square minus B square to the base C is 2, or A square minus B square equals C square. A square equals B square plus C square. Nice, brilliant. So this whole thing simplifies to A square equals B square plus C square. We're looking at Pythagorean triplets. We'll find the answer. We're not. The question says A, B and C are positive real numbers. And so they're not integers. Such that A is greater than 10, B and C are less than or equal to 10, A is more than 10, then the greatest possible integer value of A. So we want this to be an integer. B and C can be anything. A should be an integer, not A square. A should be an integer. Right? We want it to be as high as possible. B and C are individually less than or equal to 10. Put as 10 and 10, set up to 100 and 100, 200. So we know for sure that a square is less than or equal to 200. B could be 10, C could be 10. A square is less than or equal to 200. A is more than 10. We're looking for A more than 10 such that A square is less than or equal to 200 and A is as high as possible. 14 square is 196. A max is 14. Remember, for A to be 14, B and C need not be integers. And the question doesn't say B and C need to be integers, so we don't have to worry about that. Anil invests 22,000 for 6 years in a scheme with 4% interest per annum, compounded half yearly. Okay, so Anil will get 22,000 into 1.02 to the power 12. 4% per annum, compounded half yearly. Right? Separately, Sunil invests a certain amount in the same scheme for 5 years. So Sunil invests some X into 1.02 or 10 and then invest the entire amount he receives at the end of 5 years for 1 year at 10% simple interest. The amounts received by both at the end of 6 years are equal in the initial investment in rupees made by super sitter. This is equal to this into 1.1. I was a little worried, how am I going to calculate 1.02 per 12? That simply doesn't happen. So this 1.02 per 12 and that 10 get cancelled. 1.02 whole square. 22,000 into 1.02 whole square equals X into 1.1. That 1.1 is rather useful. Bring it here. This is 20,000 into 1.02 whole square, which I know is 10404. We're looking for 20808. Calculator punch it and get the answer. Beautiful, simple question. We should be nailing these. X plus 6 root 2 per half minus x minus 6 root 2 to the power half is 2 root 2 and x equals. And so, first of all, I'm going to find a street smart way of doing this. Right? So, let's assume this square root is a plus b root c. This square root is a minus b root c. It may not be, I'm hoping it will be. This is equal to 2 root 2. A goes off, 2b root c is 2 root 2. B is 1, c is root 2. So now I'm thinking a plus root 2 the whole square is x plus 6 root 2. If I can get this, then I'm through. A plus root 2 the whole square. A plus root 2 the whole square should be a square plus 2 plus 2a root 2. This is x plus 6 root 2. 2a root 2 is okay. 2a root 2 is 6 root 2. 2a is 6, a is 3. This is 3 square plus 2. So thinking about 3 plus root 2 the whole square is 9 plus 2, 11 plus 6 root 2. 3 minus root 2 the whole square is 11 minus 6 root 2. 11 plus 6 root 2. So 3 plus root 2 minus 3 minus root 2 is 2 root 2. Then x equals 11. And street smart way, we can square it, double cube it, all of that and do it, but this is much better. Function f maps the set of natural numbers to whole numbers such that f of xy is f of x into f of y plus f of x plus f of y for all xy and f of p equal to 1 for every prime number p. What am I going to do? I'm going to say, look, there's lots. If I put x equal to y equal to 1, f of 1 into 1 is f of 1 into f of 1 plus f of 1 plus f of 1. Or this goes off with this f of 1 whole square plus f of 1 equal to 0. F of 1 into f of 1 plus 1 is 0. Either f of 1 is 0 or f of 1 is minus 1. Nice. We'll keep this, we'll hang on to this. What I'm going to do, we have f of every prime number is 1. So f of 2 is 1. F of 2 into 1 is f of 2 into f of 1 plus f of 2 plus f of 1. So f of 2 is f of 2 into f of 1 plus f of 2 plus f of 1. F of 2 into f of 1 plus f of 1 equal to 0. If f of 1 were 0, this will work. If f of 1 were minus 1, then f of 2 would also be f of 2 also be minus 1. That's not the case. So f of 1 is 0, f of 2 is 1. That's given. Right? I was tempted, I wanted to find f of 1 and simplify, but I think we don't even need all that. Right? So more normal method, f of p is 1 for every prime number. So f of 2 is 1, f of 2 into 2 is f of 2 into f of 2 plus f of 2 plus f of 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. F of 4 is 3. F of 4 into 2 is f of 4 into f of 2 plus f of 4 plus f of 2. This is 3 into 1 plus 3 plus 1, which is 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7. F of 8 is 7. F of 8 into 2 is f of 8, 7 into f of 2, 1 plus 7 plus 1, 15. F of this into 2 is 15 plus 15 plus 1, 31. That into 2, 31 plus 31 plus 1. So f of 8 is 2 times f of 4 plus 1. F of 4 is 2 times f of 2 plus 1. Beautiful thing. We get f of 2, 4, 8, 16 as 1, 3, 7, 15. 2, 4, 8, 16 are powers of 2. The power of 2 minus 1. So f of any number, f of 2 power x equals 2 power x minus 1. Nice, beautiful. F of 2 is 1, f of 4 is 3, f of 8 is 7, f of 16 is 15, and so on. Now we know that f of p is 1 for every prime number p. So I can simply extrapolate this and say f of 3 power x is also 2 power x minus 1. F of 5 power x is also 2 power x minus 1. Remember, it's just 2 power x minus 1. It doesn't become 5 power x minus 1. It's still 2 power x minus 1. Fine. So, because the same funda, f of 3 into 3 is going to be f of 3 into f of 3 plus f of 3 plus f of 3. It will be 3. F of 3 into 3 into 3, f of 9 into 3 is going to be 7. And so any prime number power x is 2 power x minus 1. Now what do? We factorize this f of the 16,000 to 16 into 10 power 4. 2 power 4 into 2 power 4 into 5 power 4. 2 power 8 into 5 power 4. So f of 16, not 16,000, 160,000 is f of 2 power 8 into f of 5 power 4 plus f of 2 power 8 plus f of 5 power 4. 2 power 8 is 256. F of 2 power 8 is 255. F of 5 power 4 is 2 power 4 minus 1, 15. We're looking for an answer which is 255 into 15 plus 255 plus 15. Should end in 5. I'm guessing this. Perhaps we won't guess. We'll take it more seriously. 215 into 6, 255 into 16, I'm going to call this as, and then add 15 to it. 16 5s are 80, 0, 8, 88, 8, 8, 32, 4080 plus 15, 4095. But any prime number, we can simplify like this. I went on a round trip when I was solving this for the first time, where I said, look, and let me find f of 1. F of 1 is unnecessary. We don't even need to find it. And so I went through the whole rigmarole even now, because instinctively we want to find f of 1. Because you put 1, everything falls in place. It didn't work. It is not even required. The roots alpha and beta of the equation 3x square plus lambda x minus 1 equal to 0 satisfy 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square equal to 15. Nice simple question. Alpha plus beta is minus lambda by 3. Alpha into beta is minus 1 by 3. We're going to get to an alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square. Alpha plus beta whole square. Lambda square by 9. Minus 2 alpha beta. Minus 2 into minus 1 by 3. So this is lambda square by 9 plus 2 by 3. Lambda square plus 6 by 9. 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square is alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta. This takes us to lambda square plus 6 by 9 into minus 1 by 3, which is equal to by 15. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta the whole square, lambda square by 9, minus 2 alpha beta, 2 into minus 1 by 3, that is plus 2 by 3, lambda square plus 6 by 9. So lambda alpha square plus beta square by alpha square beta square, sorry, not minus 1 by 3. Sitting here will be 1 by 9. This is 1 by 15, this goes away. It's 15, not 1 by 15. I'm going to do this whole question all over again. Let's do this one. Alpha beta are roots of the equation 3x square plus lambda x minus 1 equal to 0. Satisfy 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square equal to 15. Find this. And classic question, we say alpha plus beta is minus lambda by 3. Alpha beta is minus 1 by 3. Minus b by a plus b by a. 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square is alpha square plus beta square by alpha square beta square is 15. Alpha square beta square we have. Let's find alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 times alpha beta. Lambda square by 9 plus 2 by 3, which is lambda square plus 6 by 9. So we're going to plug into this. Lambda square plus 6 by 9 times alpha square beta square. Alpha beta is minus 1 by 3 into 1 by 9 equals 15. Alpha square, lambda square plus 6 is 15. Lambda square is 9. Lambda is plus or minus 3. The middle number there is plus or minus 3. Alpha cube plus beta cube is what we want to find. Alpha cube plus beta cube whole square. Alpha cube plus beta cube is alpha plus beta the whole cube minus 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is minus lambda by 3 minus 3 times minus 1 by 3 into minus lambda by 3. 1 3 gets knocked off. This is minus lambda cube by 27 minus lambda by 3. Brilliant. We know lambda is plus or minus 3. So my gut feel is if you put plus 3 and minus 3, you'll get plus or minus each other. And so we can take out a minus outside. Lambda cube by 27 plus lambda by 3. So alpha cube plus beta cube, if we put lambda equal to 3, then alpha cube plus beta cube will be 27 by 27, 3 by 3, 2. We'll get alpha cube plus beta cube to be minus 2. We put lambda equal to minus 3, we'll get alpha cube plus beta cube to be 2. We're interested in finding alpha cube plus beta cube whole square. So either minus 2 square or 2 square, both end up with 4. Tough question because lots of manipulating. There's an alpha, beta and a lambda. When you solve for lambda, we get lambda to be plus 3 or minus 3. But none of that matter. The minus and plus all take care of itself. Somewhere we have to back ourselves and power through. Sometimes algebra takes a form of its own. You need to be rigorous, back yourself, have belief, and keep on doing it till it falls in place. Brilliant. The coordinates of the three vertices of a triangle are 1, 2, 7, 2, and 1, 10. Radius of the in radius of the triangle. We can find the 3 sides, then we can find in radius. Typically, when you're given this, there's something featuresome about this triangle. 1, 2, 7, 2. So this is 1, 7, 1, 2. 1, 2, 7, 2. I love it when for two coordinates, the x coordinates are same or y coordinates are same. The life makes super simple, line parallel to one of the axes. And then 1, 10. This is a right angle. 1, 2 to 7, 2, this is 6 units. 1, 2 to 1, 10, 8 units. Should be 10 units. In radius is 6 plus 8 minus 10 by 2. 4 by 2, 2. And it seems like a complicated question with a random triangle given on the Cartesian plane. It turns out it's the right angle triangle with the 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triplet. And all we have to do is a plus b minus h by 2. And so super straightforward question, absolute freebie. If x and y are real numbers such that 4x square plus 4y square minus 4xy minus 6y plus 3 equal to 0, then the value is so forth. All of these, lots of these questions are going to be linked to completion of squares. So there is a 4x, oops, 4x square and a 4y square and a 4xy term and a 6y term. So 4x square plus some number of y square will come with the xy term. Remaining y square should come with the 6y term. There's no x term, so there's nothing in the form of x plus 4 whole square or 2x minus 3 whole square. X comes as some x plus y the whole square, giving us the xy term. Plus or minus, doesn't matter, plus or minus. There is a y square and a 6y term. Right? The numerical part doesn't matter, we'll worry about that later. Right? So let's focus on this because there is an xy term here and x square can come only here. There's no x minus 3 or 2x plus 5 or 3x minus 4. So 4x square can come only from 2x the whole square. There's a minus 4xy. So this has to come from 2x minus y the whole square. So what do? We write this down, simplify this. 2x minus y the whole square is 4x square plus y square minus 4xy. With this, we have accounted for this and this. We plan to account for this and this. We've got that. And then 1y square is gone. So what we have remaining is 3y square minus 6y plus 3, which quite beautifully is nothing but 3 times y square minus 2y plus 1. Or this expression that's sitting here is nothing but 2x minus y the whole square plus 3 times y minus 1 whole square equal to 0. This gives us 3y square plus a y square, 4y square, 4x square that is there, minus 4xy that is there, plus 3 that is there, minus 6y that is there. Brilliant. This is equal to 0. 2 squares add up to 0. That means y should be equal to 1. 2x minus y the whole square 0. So this should also be 0. This should be 1. So 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. X is half. 4x plus 5y is 4 into half plus 5 into 1. 4 into half is 2. 2 plus 5, which is 7. Completion of squares and manipulating some form, we are through. P, Q, R and S are 4 towns. One can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths, Q and S along 4 direct paths, between P and R along 4 direct paths. There is no direct path between P and S. Well, there are few direct paths between Q and R and between R and S. So nice and complicated. I'm going to mark this down. P, Q, R, S. One can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths. Nice. Between Q and S along 4 direct paths. Put this and say 4 paths. Right? Let's not put 3 parts each. If we draw 3 parts, it gets very confusing. I'm going to put the numbers on top. Nice. Between P and R along 4 direct paths. Nice. There's no direct path between P and S. Well, there are few direct paths between Q and R. And between R and S. One can travel from P to S either via Q. So we want to go to P to S via Q, which is PQS, or R, PRS, or via Q followed by R respectively, PQRS, in 62 ways, in exactly 62 possible ways. One can also travel, so all of these routes put together are 62 different ways. One can also travel from Q to R either directly, QR, or via P, QPR, or via S, QSR, adding up exactly 27 ways. Then the number of direct paths between Q and R is we need to find M. And M and N are integers. PQS is 12 ways, 3 into 4. PRS, PR is 4, RS is N, 4N. PQRS, 3, M, N. Adding all this we get 62, or 4N plus 3MN is equal to 50. We can guess, but there could be more than one value of M and N that can satisfy this. Right? So 4N plus 3MN is 52. We can carve out an N. N into 4 plus 3M is 50. N should be a factor of 50. We can figure out something from there. Let's go here. QR is M. QPR is 12. QSR is 4N. M plus 4N is equal to 15. 4N is sitting here. 4N can be written as 15 minus M. 15 minus M plus 3MN is equal to 50. Not of much help. But okay, 3MN minus M is 35. M into 3N minus 1 is 35. So either 5 into 7 or 7 into 5. M could be 7, in which case N is 2. M equal to 7, N equal to 2. 7 into 5, that works. 7 plus 8 is 15. That also works. Or M could be 5 and N could be 5 into 7, 3N minus 1 cannot be 7, M cannot be 5. Only 7 and 2 work. 5 into 7, 7 into 5 works, 5 into 7 cannot work. So M is 7, N is 2 satisfies this. The answer we need to find is number of paths between Q and R, which is M. M is 7, done, 2. Nice question, because there's some permutation probability idea, and then we simplify this. If M and N are natural numbers such that N greater than 1 and M power N is 2 power 25 into 3 power 40, N greater than 1. So we are not looking at 2 power 25 into 3 power 40 whole power 1. We are not doing that. Right? So then M minus N equals. Right? So you need to find this cannot be a perfect square, it cannot be a perfect cube. Common between 25 and 40 is 5. So we can say, hey, this is 2 power 5 into 3 power 8 whole power 5. Brilliant. This is the only possible way, nothing else is possible. So m minus n is 5, m is this giant number which is a pain in the neck. And 3 power 8, I don't know why they make us do this, 3 power 4 is 81, 81 into 81. I think it is 6561. 6561 into 32. 32 ones are 32, 2, 3, 192, 195, 519, 160, 179, 917, 192, 199. 209952 minus 5, 209947. Of course, I'm not doing this if I have a calculator. I'm taking chances and punting and then just going ahead with multiplying fancy terms. If I have a calculator, I'm punching it in, finding 3 power 8 into 2 power 5, finding the answer, subtracting 5. Done. When Rajesh's age was the same as the present age of Garima, the ratio of their ages was 3:2. So, Rajesh and Garima percentages, let's say are R and G, and Rajesh's age was the same age as Garima, the ratio of the ages was 3:2, and this was G. I'm going to call G as 3x, should have been 2x. And so Garima's present age is 3x. When Rajesh's age was 3x, Garima's age was 2x. So from 2x to 3x, x more years. So this goes from 2x to 3x, this should have gone from 3x to 4x. We start with R is to G, this should have been G. What is this? 3:2, 3:2 is 3x, 2x. So plonk this as 3x and 2x, call that as 3x, we're done. So Garima's present age is 3x. When Rajesh was 3x years old, Garima was 2x years old. 2x to 3x is x years. So this happened x years ago. That means when Rajesh was 3x x years ago, so Rajesh now is 4x years old. Nice. When Garima's age becomes the same as the present age of Rajesh, when Garima goes to 4x, another x years later, Rajesh would have gone to 5x. The ratio of ages of Rajesh and Garima will become 5x to 4x. I thought it would be a tougher question than it actually turned out to be. Nice and simple, juicy. The sum of the infinite series 1 by 5 into 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5 whole square into 1 by 5 square minus 1 by 7 square plus 1 by 5 whole cube into 1 by 5 cube minus 1 by 7 cube, all of that. You break this as two different series. So I'm going to call this as 1 by 5 into 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 square into 1 by 5 square plus 1 by 5 cube into 1 by 5 cube minus 1 by 5 into 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5 square into 1 by 7 square plus 1 by 5 cube into 1 by 7 cube. The second part, through. This is a GP, this is a GP, this is an infinite geometric progression, this is an infinite geometric progression. Decreasing GP. The first term is 1 by 5 into 1 by 5, common ratio is 1 by 5 whole square. First term is 1 by 5 into 1 by 7, common ratio is 1 by 5 into 1 by 7. It's true. So A by 1 minus R, first one is 1 by 25 divided by 1 minus 1 by 25 minus 1 by 35 divided by, I think it is 1 minus 1 by 35. This is 1 by 25 by 24 by 25 into 25 by 24 minus 1 by 35 into 35 by 34. 1 by 24 minus 1 by 34. Nice. It's 2 into 17, it's 2 into 12, 2 into 12 into 17. LCM should be 24 into 17, 17 minus 12. 5 by 24 into 17. 17 4s are 68, 8, 6, 5 by 408. Hopefully that's there among our choices. Yes, it is there. Done. Nice. A vessel contained a certain amount of a solution of acid and water. Acid and water. When 2 liters of water was added to it, the new solution had 50% acid concentration. So you add 2 liters of water, then it has equal acid and water after you add 2 liters. Or initially it was x minus 2 and x. Initially there were 2 liters of acid more than water. You add 2 liters of water, it goes to equal 50% acid. When 15 liters of acid was further added to this new solution, first time when I did it, I forgot the further added. So I'm adding plus 15. The final solution had 80% acid concentration. So this becomes x plus 15. This stays as x. X plus 15 by 2x plus 15 is 80%, which is 4 by 5. So 5x plus 75 is 8x plus 60. 15 is equal to 3x, x is 5. That number simply doesn't look like 15, so I'm going to make it very clearly like 15. So x is 5. So initially we had 5 liters of acid and 3 liters of water, then we went to 5 and 5, then we went to 20 and 5. Nice, brilliant. The ratio of water and acid in the original solution is not 5:3, it is 3:5. Just be a little careful, it's asking us for water to acid. When 3 power 333 is divided by 11, the remainder is 3 power 1, remainder is 3, 3 square, remainder is 9, 3 cubes 27, remainder is 5, 3 power 4 is 15, remainder is 4, 3 power 5 is 4 into 3, 12, remainder is 1. I've got 1, I'm very happy. So this goes in cycles of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 power 330 will be 1, 31, 32, 33. That's 5. I can't believe my eyes. I jump up with joy and mark this answer and carry on. Amal and Vimal together can complete a task in 150 days. And Vimal and Sunil can complete the same task in 100 days. If Amal takes A days, 1 by A plus 1 by V is 1 by 150. Well, Vimal and Sunil together can complete the same task in 100 days. 1 by V plus 1 by S is 1 by 100. Amal starts working on the task and works for 75 days. Then Vimal takes over and works for 135 days. Finally, Sunil takes over and completes the remaining task in 45 days. So 75 by A plus 135 by V. Vimal can do 1 by V of a task in 1 day. 135 days, 135 by V. Plus 45 by S equals 1. They finish the whole task. If Amal had started the task alone and worked on all days, and Vimal had worked on every second day, Sunil had worked on every third day, then the number of days required to complete the task would have been. So basically, they're saying find A, V, and S, and then simplify after that. So we subtract one from the other, V will disappear. We make V disappear again by doing something else here. Then we should be able to find A and S. What am I going to do? Subtract the first from the second. So we'll get 1 by S minus 1 by A. 1 by 100 minus 1 by 150. 3 by 300 minus 2 by 300 is 1 by 300. From these two equations, we eliminated V. What do? We again eliminate V by either multiplying this equation or this equation. Let's hypothetically, let's take this one. Multiply this by 135. 135 by A plus 135 by V equals 135 by 150, 9 by 10. Right. You have to subtract one from the other. And subtract from the first one, I subtract the second one, minus 60 by A plus 45 by S equal to 1 by 10. 1 by S minus 1 by A (1 by S minus 1 by A). Okay, let's do this. 1 by S minus 1 by A is 1 by 300 minus 60 by A plus 45 by S. 45 by S minus 60 by A is equal to 1 by 10. Maybe we'll multiply this by 60. 60 by S minus 60 by A is 1 by 5. Subtract one from the other. 60 by S minus 45 by S, this goes away. 15 by S equals 1 by 10. S equals 150. 1 by 150 minus 1 by A equals 1 by 300. 1 by A, 1 by 150 minus 1 by 300. So it is 1 by 300. A is 300. Amal takes 300 days, Sunil takes 150 days. Let's see. 1 by A plus 1 by V is 150. A takes 300. 1 by 300 plus 1 by V is 1 by 150. 1 by V is 1 by 300. Amal and Vimal take 300 days each. Sunil takes 150. Amal takes 300, Vimal takes 300, Sunil takes 150. To finish this task, fine. So let's say this task has 300 units. Amal does 1 unit per day, Vimal does 1 unit per day, Sunil does 2 units per day. Amal worked on all days, Vimal worked on every second day, Sunil worked on every third day. Right? So let's say Amal works on 6K days, Vimal works on 3K days, Sunil works on 2K days. Total task is 300K, 6K plus 3K plus 4K. Sunil had worked on every third day. The number of days required. This is 300. This is tricky. 9K, 13K, 300 by 13. This is a pain in the neck. Amal had started the task alone, worked on all days. Okay. So the 6K, 3K, 2K model doesn't work. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, hey, let's do it step by step. Total task is 300K. Total task is 300 units. Amal works on every day. Vimal works every second day. Sunil works every third day. Hypothetically, if they work till 100 days, they worked on 100, 50, 33. 100, 150, 66. It doesn't work. I'm going to up it to 120, 60 and 40. This is 120, 180, 260, 120 also doesn't work. So let's take it to say 132, so 66, 44. 66 plus 44 is 110. Sorry, 66, 132 plus 66 plus 88. 14, 16, 6, 1, 10, 18, 8, 1, 286. So this should work for more than 132 days. If you were 138, 144, it will overshoot. 138 days. So this is 138. That will be half of that 69. 1/3 of that, which is 46 into 292. 138 plus 69 plus 92. 19, 9, 1, 4, 10, 19, 9, 1, 299. So they work for 138 days. Exactly 69 would have worked, exactly 92 would work, takes us to 299. So they should have worked for 139 days. The 139th day being the day on which only Amal works. And Vimal and Sunil don't turn up on that day. So 139 plus 69 plus 92 will be exactly 300. Brilliant. So what seems like a seemingly easy question is not. You have to struggle through it and then do step by step.
For some constant real numbers p, k and a, consider the following system of linear equations in x and y. Px minus 4y is 2, 3x plus ky is equal to a necessary condition for the system to have no solution. Direct application of a rule, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2. Fine. There is p, k, a, something linking a and p, and something linking k and p, something linking a and k. And so the rule we have is p by 3 is equal to minus 4 by k, not equal to 2 by a. And so p and a, the rule should be not equal to. We should have pa is not equal to 6, ap minus 6 not equal to 0, not this, not this. Kp plus 12 equal to 0, that means we equate these two. Kp equals minus 12, Kp plus 12, it should be equal to 0, not this either. It should be this, minus 4a not equal to 2k, minus 2a not equal to k, 2a plus k not equal to 0, this is our answer. Fine. A1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Plug it in, be careful with the equal to not equal to be done. Super easy question, we should be getting this right. Sam can complete a job in 20 days when working alone. Mohit is twice as fast as Sam and thrice as fast as Aina in the same job. Fine. So let's say Mohit twice as fast as Sam, thrice into 2 into 3. So in one day, let's say Mohit can do 6k of task. Then Sam can do 3k, Aina can do 2k. Into 2 into 3. I'm looking for a number that's a multiple of 2 and 3. 6 works. Right? So the amount of task that can be done by Mohit in one day, if it were 6k, then Sam can do 3k, Aina can do 2k. Sam can complete the job in 20 days. So 3k into 20 is 60k. Then total task is equal to 60k. Mohit can do it in 10 days, Aina can do it in 30 days, etc. 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 They undertake a job with an arrangement where Sam and Mohit work together on day 1. Day 1 is Sam and Mohit, that is 9k. And on the second day, Mohit and Aina work together, 6 plus 2, 8k. Sorry, Sam and Aina work together on the second day. Need to be careful about this. Sam is 3k, Aina is 2k, 5k. This is S and M, this is S and A. On day 3, I'm guessing it should be the third combo, Mohit and Aina, 6 plus 2, 8k. Nice. And this 3-day pattern is repeated till the work gets completed. And so Mohit alone can finish it in 10 days. I'm guessing it will get completed in some combo in 8 days or 9 days or something like that. Okay. Then the fraction of total work done by Sam is very interesting. So let's think about one cycle. One cycle is 9 plus 5, 14 plus 8, 22k. So in first 3 days, 22k will get done. Next 3 days, another 22k will get done. The next 3 days, another 22k will get done. By that time, we'll get finished. So the whole task is going to get finished before 9 days. First 6 days. So we're going to do this of 2 cycles. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Okay. So we're at 44k. Day 7 is 9k. Day 8 is 5k. 9 plus 5 is 14. We go to 58k. On day 9, we'll have 8k being done, but we need only 2k. So somewhere on the 9th day, this will get completed. We don't want to know exactly how many days it takes. We want to think about what is the fraction of total work done by Sam. So Sam would have worked day 1 and day 2, 2 in the first cycle, day 4 and day 5, 2 days in the second cycle, 4 days, day 7 and day 8. So Sam worked for a total of 6 days totally. I'm interested in only what Sam does. Sam works for 6 days. So Sam does 6 days into 8, 18k of the task on his own. Sam does 18k. which is super useful because the question says what fraction of the task is done by Sam. Total task is 60K. Sam does 18K. Fraction is 18K by 60K, which is 3 by 10. So I'm looking for an answer choice that is 3 by 10. That's available. 10. Consider the sequence T1 equal to 1, T2 equal to minus 1, Tn equal to n minus 3 by n minus 1 into Tn minus 2 for n greater than or equal to 3. Then the value of the sum 1 by T2 plus 1 by T4 plus 1 by T6. I found this question very interesting because there's a T1 and a T2 and the relationship is from Tn to Tn minus 2. So the link is for all odd terms and all even terms. It's very interesting. And this with all even terms. Took me a while. I did the process for T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. I realized I don't need to care about the odd terms at all. I need to care only about T2, T4 and all that. And so T2 equals minus 1. Forget T1. T4 equals n minus 3 by n minus 1, 1 by 3 times T2. 1 by 3 times minus 1, which is minus 1 by 3. Interesting. Now T6 equals n minus 3 by n minus 1, 3 by 5 times T4, 3 by 5 times minus 1 by 3, which is minus 1 by 5. First thing we notice, T2, T4, T6, T8 are all going to be negative. T8, we've got the hang of this, is 5 by 7 times T6, 5 by 7 into minus 1 by 5, minus 1 by 7. Minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 5, minus 1 by 7 and so on. That is T2, T4, T6, T8. We've got the hang of this. This question asks us to find 1 by T2, 1 by T4, 1 by T6, 1 by 2, all of this. Very even better. This is minus 1, minus 3, minus 5, minus 7 and so on. Sum of all odd numbers but with a negative attached to it. Right? So how many terms are there? 2024 is 1012 into 2. So this question quite beautifully is minus of sum of first 1012 odd numbers. Sum of the first 3 odd numbers is 3 square. Sum of the first 5 odd numbers is 5 square. Sum of the first 16 odd numbers is 16 square. 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 square. 1 plus 3 plus 5, 9, 3 square. Sum of the first 1012 odd numbers is 1012 square minus 1012 whole square. You still have to find this, plug it into a calculator to get the answer. Right? So 1024000 plus 144. 1024144. I'm thinking of this as 1024 into 1000 plus 12 square. A plus b into a minus b plus b square. So minus 1024144. That's the answer. A plus b root 3 whole square is 52 plus 30 root 3, where a and b are natural numbers. So if you square this, we'll get a square plus 3b square plus 2ab root 3 equal to 52 plus 30 root 3. A into b is 15, a square plus 3b square is 52. It's got to be a 5 somewhere. I'm going to plug in 5, a is 5 square plus 3 into 3 square. This is 25 plus 27, 52. 2 into 5 into 3 is 30 root 3. So this is nothing but 5 plus 3 root 3 the whole square. 3 plus 5 root 3 will become a different combo. So it's nothing but 5 plus 3 root 3 whole square. How did we get this? We plug it as equal to, we know a into b is 15. 1 into 15, 15 into 1, 3 into 5, 5 into 3. 15 square is 225. Right? So very large. So it's either 3 and 5 or 5 and 3. We did 5 square plus 3 into 3 square, that is 52. 3 square plus 3 into 5 square, too large. So So A is 5, B is 3. This number is 5 plus 3 root 3 whole square. A plus B is 8. Keep our smarts with us, this just falls in place. In a group of 250 students, the percentage of girls was at least 44% and at most 60%. Into 250 girls and boys, at least 44%. 44% of 250, 45% of 100 is 44, plus another 44, plus 22, 110 to 60%, 150. Boys is going to be remaining max of 140, minimum of 100. The rest of the students were boys. And so I'm laughing because when we guys used to prepare for CAT, which is like donkeys years ago, this statement used to be not given. It's changing with the times. I'm realizing now that CAT is changing with the times and making it nice and obvious and saying the rest of the students are boys. Right? Each student opted for either swimming or running or both. 50% of the boys and 80% of the girls opted for swimming, while 70% of the boys and 60% of the girls opted for running. The minimum and maximum possible number of students who opted for both swimming and running. First up, every student did one or the other or both. So if you do swimming, running and both, then outside is 0. These three should add up to 100%. Right? 50% of the boys and 80% of the girls opted for swimming, while 70% of the boys and 60% of the girls opted for running. Right? So all the boys must have been either swimming or running. All the girls must have been either swimming or running. So I'm going to think about the boys part separately and then say, we're thinking about say swimming. 50% of the boys are doing swimming and 70% of the boys are doing running. So boys swimming, running, this is 50, this is 70. 50 plus 70 is 120, we need a total of 100%. So this should be 20%. This is 30, this is 50, adding up to 100. So we know 20% of the boys did both. Same funda, now we're going to think about girls. Swimming is done by 80% of the girls. Running is done by 60% of the girls. 80 plus 60 is 140. It's 40% too high. So this number should be 40. A plus B minus A intersection B. This is 40. This is 20. Nice. So the number of people who are doing both is 20% of boys plus 40% of girls. So 20% of boys plus 40% of girls. And we want to find the minimum and maximum of this. We know girls can go from 110 to 150. Boys can go from 100 to 140. We want to find the minimum of 20% boys plus 40% girls. The girls' weightage is higher. We want to find a minimum of this. Plonk the girls' number to be high, boys' number to be. So if you want to find the minimum overall, put girls as least, boys as highest. If I'm interested in minimum, I'm going to do 40% of 110 plus 20% of 140. Going to do maximum, we're going to do 40% of 150 plus 20% of 100. This weightage is so clearly noticeably higher than this that if I want minimum, number of girls should be as low as possible. If I want maximum, number of girls should be as high as possible. 40% of 110 is 44 plus 28. 40% of 150 is 60 plus 20. So minimum is 72, maximum is 80. Beautiful, beautiful question, wonderful question, because first is to extract the data, these ranges, then to draw the Venn diagram and figure this out, put this in, know the overlap. Overlap is 20% of total number of boys plus 40% of total number of girls. Then we come back and say, hey, this weightage for girls is so much higher. So my minimum overall and maximum overall are going to be dependent on how I choose the girls' numbers. So 40% girls, if I want to be minimum, need the number of girls to be as low as possible, boys as high as possible. If I want to be maximum, girls should be as high as possible, boys minimum. So minimum overall is 72, maximum overall is 80. The number of distinct real values of x satisfying the equation maximum of x comma 2 minus minimum of x comma 2 equals mod x plus 2 minus mod x minus 2. Very interesting question. Maximum of x comma 2, this one, if x were greater than 2, x were less than 2. If x were greater than 2, maximum is x, minimum is 2. If x were less than 2, maximum is 2, minimum is x. Nice. So it's either x minus 2 or 2 minus x, depending on which is high, whether x is higher or 2 is higher. Nice. This side is more interesting. You draw the number line here and put minus 2, 2, and this side. Here both of these are greater than 0. So modulus of x plus 2 will be x plus 2. Here the expression will be x plus 2 minus of x minus 2. This is 4. Here both will be negative. Minus x minus 2 minus of 2 minus x. Minus x minus 2 minus 2 plus x. This is minus 4. In between here, x plus 2 will be positive, x plus 2 minus of 2 minus x. This is 2x. Nice, brilliant. When x is greater than 2, this is 4, this side is x minus 2. So when x is greater than 2, I'm going to plug in the value x minus 2 equal to 4 or x is 6. 6 will satisfy this equation. 6 minus 2 is 4. Modulus of x plus 2 is 8, modulus of x minus 2 is 4, 8 minus 4 is 4, both sides are equal. When x is in between minus 2 and plus 2, in this range, we are going to say 2x is equal to 2 minus x, or 3x is equal to 2, x is 2 by 3, that happens to be in the range, x is 2/3, this will work. 2 minus 2 by 3 is 4 by 3, 2 by 3 plus 2 is 2 by 3, 8 by 3. So this will be 8 by 3. 2 by 3 minus 2 is minus 4 by 3. This will be 2 by 3 minus 2. This is 2 by 3 minus 6 by 3 minus 4 by 3. This is 4 by 3. This side is 4 by 3, that side is 4 by 3, both are equal. I've written 4 by 8, 4 by 3. So x equal to 2 by 3 works, x equal to 6 works. We still have to figure out the third range, that is this range, where 2 minus x is equal to minus 4, or 2 plus 4 is equal to x. X equal to 6 is a solution. But when x equal to 6, x is not in this range, that solution won't work. Two solutions work, x equal to 6, x equal to 2 by 3. We are breaking this into two parts, greater than 2, less than 2. X is greater than 2, x is less than 2. Bring this into three parts, greater than 2, between minus 2 and 2, less than minus 2. Solving in this range, solving in this range, solving in this range. Solving here gives us one answer, here gives us one answer. Here the answer we get, which is x equal to 6, does not sit in this range. That doesn't work. Two values of x works. If 3 par A is equal to 4, 4 par B is equal to 5, 5 par C is equal to 6, 6 par D is equal to 7, 7 par E is equal to 8, 8 par F is equal to 9. in the value of a, b, c, d, e, f. So pain. Right? So I'm going to reframe this. Right? So log 4 to the base 3 is a. Log 5 to the base 4 is b. Log 7 to the base 6 is c. All the way till log 9 to the base 8 is f. Beautiful question, because I thought they want it's a theta question as well. They want us to have the answer as an integer or a natural number, more specifically. So a, b, c, then it goes till f. All good. You still can't figure out log 4 to the log base 3. I don't know what that is, but I know I can rewrite this as log 4 by log 3. This is log 5 by log 4. All the way till log 9 by log 8. Which is super brilliant, and because the moment we rewrite this question becomes a completely solvable one, because we are multiplying all of these. Log 4 to the by log 3, log 5 by log 4. Log 5 will get cancelled. Everything will get cancelled, and finally we'll have log 9 by log 3 what to some other base. But it doesn't matter. Log 9 to base x by log 3 to base x is nothing but log 9 to the base 3, which is 2. The fact that there is a theta question unlocks this. The fact that there is a 3 here and ends with a 9 there, something to keep in mind. So a bunch of these things get cancelled, we get log 9 to the base 3, which is 2. The other way of doing this is take 4 as 3 power a. So 3 power a whole power b is 5. This is 3 power ab. Substitute that there. 3 power ab whole power c is 6. Substitute that there. 3 power abc whole power d is 7. 3 power a, b, c, d, e, f is 9. 2. A train travelled a certain distance at a uniform speed. So distance d at a speed x taking time t. Had the speed been 6 kilometers per hour more, it would have needed 4 hours fewer. And so we could have travelled at x plus 6 and taken time t minus 4. Had the speed been 6 kilometers per hour lesser, fewer, it would have taken 6 hours more. It would have been x minus 6, it would have been t plus 6. The distance in kilometers travelled by the train. A very template question. What are we going to do? We're going to say, hey, x into t equals x plus 6 into t minus 4 equals x minus 6 into t plus 6, or xt equals xt plus 6t minus 4x minus 24. Equate these two. 6t minus 4x equals 24. 3t minus 2x equals 12. This is equal to xt minus 6t plus 6x minus 36. Equate this and this. xt goes off. 6x minus 6t equals 36. X minus t equals 6. Minus t plus x equals 6. Multiply this by 2. Minus 2t plus 2x equal to 12. Add these two. 3t minus 2t is t. Minus 2x plus 2x disappears. Equals 24. X minus t is 6, or x is 30. T is in hours, x is in kilometers per hour. And because this is hours, that is kilometers per hour. The distance in kilometers travelled by the train is x into t. 24 into 30 kilometers, 720 kilometers. Just to recap, what are we doing here? We are framing this giant equation, taking these two and arriving at this. taking these two and arriving at this. And then taking those two and finding x and t. Once we find x and t, x into t is the total distance. We're done through. For any non-zero real number x, let f of x plus 2 times f of 1 by x equal to 3x. Then the sum of all possible values of x for which f of x equal to 3 is a very interesting question. I struggled with this properly. Right, so first of all, 1 by x and x are both equal for 1. So I said f of 1 plus 2 times f of 1 is equal to 3 times 1. Put x equal to 1. 3 times f of 1 is 3, or f of 1 equals 1. I thought this will be like a breakthrough. It was not. Right? We need to find, we have to find f of 3. This might have helped. We want to find f of x for which it becomes 3. Right? But I know that, like, if I put x as 1, x and 1 by x are same. Reciprocal of x is 1 by x. Reciprocal of 1 by x is x. It's useful because I can say, let me frame equations. F of x plus 2 times f of 1 by x is equal to 3. F of 1 by x plus 2 times f of x, this is 3x. So 3 times 1 by x. What am I doing here? I'm substituting this rule that I have. For 1 by x, instead of putting x, I'm putting 1 by x. F of 1 by x plus 2 times f of x equals 3 times 1 by x. Super useful, because now I can solve and eliminate f of 1 by x and get an expression for f of x. How do I do this? I take this equation, multiply it by 2. I'll say 4 times f of x plus 2 times f of 1 by x equals 6 by x. This equation is f of x plus 2 times f of 1 by x equals 3x. Subtract 1 from the other, this disappears. 3 times f of x, 3 times f of x equals 6 by x minus 3x, or f of x equals 2 by x minus x. We've been told f of x equal to 3. Put this as equal to 3. 2 by x minus x is equal to 3, or 2 minus x square equals 3x. X square minus 3x, taking this x square that side, x square plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. This definitely has real roots. There are some real values of x where this works. X square plus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Very nice. Finding that, we can find, I'm sure we complete the square. I'll do minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, because this sum of all possible values for which f of x equal to 3 of x. So we're finding sum of all possible values of x where this happens. This is sum of the roots of this equation, minus b by a, which is minus 3. The sum of all distinct real values of x that satisfy the equation 10 power x plus 4 by 10 power x is 8.5. This, and so put 10 power x equal to y. We have y plus 4 by y equals 17 by 2. Multiply by y, y square plus 4 equals 17y by 2. Multiply by 2, 2y square minus 17y plus 8 is equal to 0. 2y square minus y minus 16y plus 8 equal to 0. y into 2y minus 1 minus 8 into 2y minus 1 equal to 0. 2y minus 1 into y minus 8 is 0. Y is equal to half, or 8. 10 power x is equal to 8, or 10 power x is equal to half. Both of these will have answers. 10 power x equal to half. 10 power 0 is 1, it will be negative. 10 power x is equal to 8. Answer should be between 0 and 1. 10 power 1 is 10. How do I frame this? The answer choices have all got log in them. I'm going to go back to my log world. 10 power x is 8, or log 8 to the base 10 is x, or log half to the base 10 is x. X can take either this value or that value. Two possible values of x exist. Sum of all these values we need to find. So x could be 3 log 2 to the base 10, or x could be, this is 2 power minus 1 minus log 2 to the base 10. 2 power minus 1 is half, 2 cube is 8. This is 3 log 2 to the base 10, and that is minus 1 log 2 to the base 10. If I add these two, I'll get 2 log 2 to the base 10. Looking for this in choices. 2 log 2 to the base 10. Beautiful question, super challenging question. Fine. So we have to solve for y and then plug back x, find x and simplify this. Fine. So 8 is 2 cube, half is 2 power minus 1. So log 2 to the base 10 into 3 is this, into minus 1 is this. A certain amount of water was poured into a 300 liter container, and the remaining portion of the container was filled with milk. So milk and water. So water is equal to x, milk is 300 minus x. Then an amount of the solution was taken out from the container, which was twice the volume was earlier poured into it, and the water was poured to refill the container again. The resulting solution contains 72% milk. So what are we doing here? From this we take out minus 2x and then add 2x. This 2x is pure water. This minus 2x is the mixture. Whatever is inside, I take 2x of that out and then add 2x of water. So my water concentration should increase, milk concentration should decrease. And once that happened, we have 72% milk. Or in this, milk is 72% of 300 is 216, water is 84. Nice. First was x of water, 300 minus x of milk, then of which 2x of this mixture we take out, replace it with water, and then milk is 216. This step to this step, I'm removing mixture and adding water. When water is concerned, water goes out of the system, water enters into the system. As far as milk is concerned, milk is only going out in the system. Okay. Initially milk was 300 minus x. From that I am removing equivalent of 2x. Right. When the overall volume was 300, I have 300 minus x. Right. So the share of milk in this is 300 minus x by 300. To the tune of 2x, I am removing that. And then I have 216 units of milk. I'm going to think about what milk is retained. Frame an equation for that and then I'm through. 300 minus x milk is there. What fraction of the overall volume is removed? 2x by 300. Imagine if 10% is removed, then 90% is retained. If 1/5 is removed, 4/5 is retained. 2x is removed, but I'm going to think about 2x as a percentage or a fraction. 2x by 300 is removed. 1 minus 2x by 300 is retained. As a fraction, what was originally there? 300 minus x. So say, hey, 300 minus x into 1 minus 2x by 300 equals 260. After this, ideally I want to poke around and do some substituting numbers.
216 is a multiple of 6. 6 into 6 into 6 is a multiple of 27. 27 into 8. And so this number should also have lots of 3's. 27 is sitting there. So my gut feel is x could be 60. This is 240 into 1 minus 120 by 300 is 2 by 5. It's 240 into 3 by 5. 144 is too small. So I can do x equal to 30. I really like 30 because it's become 270. 270 into 1 minus 1 by 5. 270 into 4 by 5. 260. We can do this algebraically. Cross multiply, simplify, take this expression 300 minus 2x by 300, take the 300 that side, solve for x. Finally, we should get 30. The idea that 216 is 2 cube into 3 cube. And even after something gets cancelled, we need to have 3 cubes sitting in the system. Want me to have this number, 300 minus x. Definitely it has to be a multiple of 3. Maybe it has to be a multiple of 9. In this case, it's a multiple of 27. 270. It works. We're done. 10 power 68 is divided by 13. The remainder is 10 power 1. Remainder is 10 or minus 3. 10 square. Remainder is 9 minus 3 square. Or 10 into 10, 100. 100 is 9. 10 cube. 9 into 10 is 90. Remainder is 12, which is minus 1. 91 is a multiple of 13. So 10 power 6 gives a remainder 1. Minus 1 whole square is 1. 10 power 6 is 1. We need to go 10 power 68. 10 power 66 divided by 13. Remainder is 1. So 10 power 66 into 10 square. Done. Through. Rajesh and Vimal own 20 hectares and 30 hectares of agricultural land respectively, which are covered by wheat and mustard crops. So Rajesh, Vimal, wheat, mustard. Rajesh owns 20, Vimal owns 30. The cultivation of wheat and mustard in the land owned by Vimal are in the ratio 5:3. 5:3. So 5 by 8 into 30. 3 by 8 into 30. Overall is 50. The total cultivation area of wheat and mustard are the ratio 11:9. 11:9. 11 by 20 into 50. 9 by 20 into 50. Then the ratio of cultivation of wheat and mustard in the land owned by Rajesh. Got all the numbers. Super simple question. A bunch of difficult ones. 5 by 8 into 30. This becomes 4, 15. This is 75 by 4. 3 by 8 into 30. 4, 15. 45 by 4. 11 into 5, 55 by 2, I'm going to write it as 110 by 4. This is 45 by 2, I'm going to call it 90 by 4. 110 by 4, 75 by 4, this plus this should be this total land. So this is 35 by 4. 110 by 4 minus 75 by 4. This minus this 90 by 4 minus 45 by 4. This is 45 by 4. We want to find this ratio. 35:45, 7:9. Hopefully that's there in our choices. Done. There. Through. Gopi marks his price on a product in order to make 20% profit. So cost price, mark price is 1.2x. Ravi gets 10% discount and thus saves 15. Selling price 10%, 15. Or this should be 150, it arrives at 135. 150 is 1.2x. 6 by 5x is 150. 25x is 125. Cost price is 125, marked up to 150, discount of 10%, coming up to 15 discount, sold off at 135. Nice. Then the profit in rupees made by Gopi by selling the product to Ravi
is 125 to 135, 10 rupees done. And I thought there would be one more step. Ahmed invests rupees 4,000 in a bank at a certain rate of interest compounded annually. The ratio of the value of investment after 3 years to the value of investment after 5 years is 25:36. 4,000 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 by 4,000 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 5 is 25/36. So 1 plus R by 100 whole square is 36/25, or 1 plus R by 100 is 6/5. It cannot be negative and all that, so R is 1/5. R by 100 is 1/5, R is 20%. The minimum number of years required for the value of investment to exceed 20,000. Pain in the neck. So we do 4,000 into 1 plus 20%, 1.2, whole power n should be greater than 20,000. So this goes off as 5. 1.2 whole power n should be greater than 5. The smallest n which works. We've got our answer. Right? It's a pain in the neck because without a calculator this is tough. Right? I'm assuming we have a calculator and we can make life easy. 1.2 whole cube is 1.728. 729 because I really like 1729. So 1.2 whole power 6. 1.7 whole square is 2.89. 1.8 whole square is 3.24. 289, 324. This is roughly 3. 1.2 whole power 8 should be roughly 3 into 1.44. 4.32. 1.2 whole power 9 is 4.32 into 1.2. This goes more than 5. If I had to guess, I'm guessing 9. 8 seems pretty far away. It crosses beyond 9. If I had to guess, I'm guessing 9, but I'm not guessing. Pinching into a calculator, doing 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2, 1.728 into 1.728 into 1.2 into 1.2. I keep on doing that. 9th 1.2, my gut feel is it will cost 5. I'm looking at the answer 9. After 2 successive increments, Gopal's salary becomes 187.5% of his initial salary. 87.5% is 7/8. This is 15/8. Some initial salary, 1 increment, 1 more increment, 15/8 of x. If the percentage of salary increase in the second increment was twice that of the first increment, the percentage of salary increase in the first increment, some x, into, suppose it were 25%, it will be 5/4 to 50%, 3/2. So 20%, 6/5 into 7/5. And so whatever this x into 6/5 into 7/5, is it 15/8 of x? No. It's a by 8 there. So I'm looking for some by 4 somewhere. So x into 5/4 into 6/4. One-fourth it increases by. I don't want to solve this very algebraically into 100 plus x by 100 plus. Pointless. You need to get to 15/8. So 2 steps. 25% and 50% into 5/4 into 3/2 is 15/8. Got to be a by 8 here. It's got to be by 4 somewhere. Otherwise it becomes tricky. 25% is the answer. The average of 3 distinct real numbers is 25, x, y, z. The sum is 84. The smallest number increases by 7, x plus 7. Largest number is reduced by 10, z minus 10. The order of the numbers remains unchanged to x less than y less than z, x plus 7 less than y less than z minus 10. The new arithmetic term becomes 2 more than the middle number. I'm adding 7, subtracting 10. So my total will fall by 3. So this total will be 81. Sum. The new arithmetic mean is 27, becomes 2 more than the middle number. The middle number is 25. I'm going to say, hey, instead of having a y, I'll call this 25, I'll call this 25. Nice. While the difference between the largest and smallest numbers becomes 64. Z minus 10 minus of x plus 7 is 64. Z minus x minus 17 is 64, is 81. Nice, brilliant. The largest number in the original set of 3 numbers. We need to find z. We know y is 25, x plus y plus z is 84, or x plus z is 84 minus 25, 59. Z minus x is 81, z plus x is 59. Add these two, 2 times z is 140, or z is 70. My gut feel is x will be negative. Yeah, x is minus 11. I don't care about this. Z is 70, largest of the numbers is 70. The number of positive integers up to 500 with non-repeating digits. I want to think of this as A, B, C, 3-digit numbers, A, B, 2-digit numbers, A, single-digit numbers. Positive integers up to 500. Right, so first of all, this single-digit number, there are 9 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. 2-digit numbers, A can go from 1 to 9, and we can go 0 to 9, except A, 9 into 9, 81 possibility. 3-digit numbers, A can go from 1 to 4, B is 0 to 9, except A, C is 0 to 9, except A comma B. So this is 4 possibilities into 9 into 8. 4 into 9 into 8, which is 72 into 8, which is 288. So we have 288 plus 81 plus 9 plus 98, 378. The number of all positive integers up to 500 with non-repeating digits. When it's up to 500, we've not included 500. We have to worry about 500. Luckily for us, even if we forget this, it's all right, because 500, there are repeating digits. 0 comes twice over. So we forget that. 378 numbers, our answer should be 378. A circular plot of land is divided into 2 regions by a chord of length 10 root 3 meters, such that the chord subtends an angle of 120 degrees at the center. Okay, nice. This is 10 root 3, this angle is 120. Isosceles triangle, 120, angles are 120, 30, 30. Sides are the ratio, 1:1 root 3. Should know this. Or you draw this, 60, 30. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2, opposite by adjacent is root 3 by 2. This is 10 root 3. It will be 5 root 3, half of that. This is 10, this is 10. Use a little bit of trigonometry, we are through. Okay. The area in square meters is the smaller region. We need to find area of this segment. Okay. So radius is 10, angle in the middle is 120, and we need to find this segment. We're going to do sector minus radius. This whole thing is 10 root 3. This is, oops, sorry. Erase this. Back to fine. This is 30 degrees. Sine 30 is half. This is fine. Fine. Area of sector is 1/3 area of circle. It's 120 degrees. 360 degrees to make a circle. So 1/3 pi into 10 square minus half into 10 root 3 into 5.
1/3 of pi into 10 square, so 100 by 3 pi minus 25 root 3. Looking for an answer choice that fits this. 20 into 4 pi by 3, this is 80 pi by 3, 25 into 4 pi by 3, 100 pi by 3, plus 20, no, this is the answer, this is minus 25 root 3, done. Sector minus triangle. A regular octagon A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H has sides of length 6 centimeters each, okay, nice, regular octagon. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Each of these sides is 6. Then the area of square ACEG. In my diagram, it kind of looks like a square, which is nice. This, whatever it is, we need to find that. Right? So, if we find this, we are through. A square is our answer. How do we find this? We know in a regular octagon, this angle is 135 degrees. How do we know that? We know that because 8 angles equal, sum of all exterior angles is 360. 360 by 8 is 45. Each external angle is 45. Each interior angle is 135. And so now what do? We apply cosine rule, find a square. A square. 6 square plus 6 square minus 2 into 6 into 6 into cos 135. With this we can find A. We don't need to find A. A square is our answer. We want to find area of the square. And so this is our answer. So this is 6 square plus 6 square is 36 plus 36, 72 minus 72 into 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. 72 plus 72 by root 2 or 72 plus 36 root 2. 72 plus 36 root 2. For a second I couldn't recognize the choices. 36 into 2 plus root 2. The number of distinct integer solutions of the equation modulus of x plus y plus modulus of x minus y is equal to 2. Very interesting question. Modulus of x plus y plus modulus of x minus y equal to 2. And so very nice question. And so draw this. And we can think about the scenario where x is greater than y and x is greater than minus y. X plus y is positive and x minus y is positive is equal to 2. And so x plus y plus x minus y is equal to 2. 2x is equal to 2. X is 1. Remember, x should be greater than y. Greater than or equal to y is fine. And x should be greater than or equal to minus y also. So x plus y greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to y. X is greater than or equal to minus y. Right? Brilliant. X is 1. So y could be 0 or 1 or minus 1. And so 1 comma 1 works. 1 comma 0 works. 1 comma minus 1 works. 1 comma 1, 1 comma 0, 1 comma minus 1. All three work. When I put x equal to 1, y equal to 1, modulus of x plus y is 2, x minus y is 2, 2 equal to 2, x minus y is 0, that works. I put 1 comma 0, mod 1 plus mod 1 is 2, that works. 1 comma minus 1 if I put, then I'll have the first one goes to 0, then the second term is 2, that also works. And the moment I have this, I'm immediately thinking, hey, I'm looking at integer values. If I put x equal to 5 or 6, it's simply not going to work. X is 5, modulus of 5 plus y plus 5 minus y equal to 2, not going to work. 5 plus y plus 5 minus y or 5 plus y plus y minus 5, it's not going to be 2. X cannot be 5 or 6, it's
going to be 1, 2, 3, something like that. Small number, not even 2, 3, 1, 0, minus 1, something like that. So x greater than 2, I feel won't work. And so suppose we put x equal to 2, modulus of 2 plus y plus modulus of 2 minus y equal to 2. Distance of y from minus 2 and plus 2, we add that up and equal to, not possible. And so 2 plus y plus 2 minus y cannot be 2, no solution. 2 plus y plus y minus 2 cannot be 2, no solution. X equal to 2, if I put 2 plus y plus 2 minus y is equal to 2, but 2 plus y plus y minus 2 equal to 2. If I put this, then I get y equal to 1. If y equal to 1, this should be 2 minus y, not y minus 2. That doesn't work. So 2 plus minus 2 minus y less than minus 2 plus y minus 2 equal to 2. This also has no solution. X cannot be 2 or higher. Right? 2 plus y and 2 minus y adding up to 2. Distance of y from minus 2 and 2 adding up to 2. Not possible. X equal to 1 works. X equal to 0. If we put x equal to 0, mod y plus mod minus y is 2. Mod minus y is mod y. 2 times mod y is 2. Mod y is 1. I put x equal to 0. I have 0 comma 1, 0 comma minus 1. Nice. Put x equal to minus 1. Right, so I have modulus of y minus 1 plus modulus of y plus 1 equal to 2. Minus 1 minus y is y plus 1. I'm taking modulus, or I'm thinking about y, the distance between y and minus 1, y and plus 1 should be 2. Y should be between minus 1 and 1, and x is minus 1. This entire range will work. Integer point, this and this will work. Think about minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma 0, minus 1 comma minus 1. Gut feel is this will work, this will work, this will work, this will work. All the points on the boundary should work, but I don't even need to verify that, because the question says number of distinct integer solutions where this works. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 set of values will work. So 8 integer solutions x, y exist for this set of equations too. The midpoints of sides AB, BC and AC are M, N and P respectively. Let's draw this triangle. Oopsie. A, B, C. Midpoint of AB is M, BC is N, AC is P. So this M, N, P will be a smaller triangle, and we know that its area, MP is half of BC, MN is half of AC, NP is half of AB. We know all that. The medians drawn from A, B and C intersect the line segments MP, MN and MP at X, Y and Z respectively. Okay, let's draw this X, Y and Z. Let's draw this MP, MN, and then we join median, this, this. The medians hit at points. Medians from A, B and C intersect at X, Y and Z. Area of triangle ABC is 1440 square centimeters. Area of triangle XYZ, what is it going to be? Very interesting question. First of all, we take area of triangle MP and MNP will be 1/4 of area of triangle ABC. What do we know here? We know MP is equal to half of BC, MP parallel to BC. Midpoint theorem, ratio of the sides is 1/2, 1/2. This should be parallel to this. This will be half of this triangle AMP is similar to triangle ABC. Ratio of the sides is AM by AB, AP by PC, MP by BC, half, 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 done. Beautiful. Right. So this triangle MPN has sides half of triangles ABC. MP is half of BC, MN is half of AC, NP is half of AB. So area of triangle MPN is 1/4 area of triangle ABC. Every side is half, area becomes 1/4. Brilliant. Now what do? We need to get to XYZ. My instinct is telling me that XYZ will be midpoints of MP, PN and MN. Why? If I take this triangle ABN, right, this is parallel to this. These two are similar triangles. This is half of this. This should be half of this. MX should be half of BN. MX is half of BN. NP is half of NC. BN equal to NC. This should be equal to this. Likewise, this should be equal to this. This should be equal to this. Exactly same set of funda. This is joining three midpoints of triangle MPN, which means area of triangle XYZ is 1/4 area of triangle MPN. Brilliant, we are through. Area of triangle ABC is 1440. Area of triangle XYZ is 1/4 into 1/4 into 1440. 144 by 16 is 9, is 90. Or area of triangle XYZ should be 90 square centimeters. You check if that's correct. Indeed correct.